Oh yeah. Yeah. What up, though? What's popping? What's happening? What's going on? You back in the lab with your favorite neighbor, your man, Marq Nash.
What up?
He is I am he.
What up?
Another one. Another great episode of Breaking Beats. How y'all feel? What's the deal, man? It feels good to be home. Feels good to be back. I am back off my hiatus. Came to get back at y'all for a little bit. We're going to have some fun on this one while we are here. This is a pop-up edition.
What up?
Hope y'all enjoy. I might delete this later. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I do with these pop-ups. It might be here, then it might be going to neighbors only. I might keep it up, might not. Who knows? Only God knows. It depends on how it goes. But I'm super excited to be back, man, to talk to you guys about my weekend. Probably do that tomorrow. Just jump right into the smoke tonight. So let me run the intro, blast the link out, let everybody know we live. I'm not even gonna run the whole 5-minute intro because I don't think I need to for this one. It's a pop-up, like I said. So if you saw it, you saw it. If you missed it, dang, you missed it. So give me about 2 minutes. About two minutes. Let me blast this out on Twitter. Am I even gonna put it on Instagram? Nah. I'm gonna just see what we can do organically. What I can do with just you guys seeing it, who saw it, with the keywords that we put up, and who got the link. All right, so let me put this on the community tab. I definitely want to put this on the community tab because we got a lot of new subscribers. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody who's new to the neighborhood.
What do you mean by that? Your
back is broken.
Spinal, homie. So we're gonna have a good time on this one while we here. It's your man Marq Nash Breaking Beats. Let me blast this link out. Let them know on the community tab and on Twitter. Matter of fact, I will put it on IG. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna put this on IG because I don't know where this episode is gonna go. It's gonna be kind of toxic, though. I do know that it's gonna get a little toxic. Stephen A. Smith has joined the manosphere, man. I'm gonna play his clip, and we're gonna get into that. Also, we got to talk about Tasha K versus Joe Budden. The update. We got an update. She kind of went in. I told y'all last week. She was mad about that interview not dropping. Put a case on it. Yeah, some of y'all was like, Marq Nash, she don't care about Joe Budden podcast, not playing her interview. She got a large subscribe. Bruh.
It never heard of it.
I know somebody's angry when they're angry, bro. I've been pissing people off for years. Trust me. I know when somebody's angry because when you're upset about something, you go on a diatribe such as she did. If you're not upset, hey, I don't care about him dropping the interview. Next question. That's how that goes. But when you go on like a 10, 15-minute rant, oh, yeah, you got something on your mind, baby. And you about to get it off your chest. So let me put the link out there. Let people know we live. We're going to have a good time up here. And shout out to my sister, Food Revolution. She sent me a story real quick on IG while I was preparing this one. And she got something to say as well. So I'm excited to hear about her topic because I think she got a good point. So with that said, this is somebody who's calling me who's probably not watching the show because they don't know I'm live because they're calling me right now. But let me blast this out and I'll pause and I'll see y'all in 5 minutes or less.
This is my passion. This is what I love to do. But some days, sometimes, I'm just like you, man. I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job. From a good dream I wake, sun rays on my face, planning out my day, hoping this ain't the one that I catch a case. I feel so good, I feel so straight. My manager keep calling me saying, hurry up, you late. Hurry up, you lay off. Y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Been trying to play it cool, but it's hard to play it off. I've been hanging on to this bullshit, cause my car still ain't paid off. I know I'm on my way up. My boy just got laid off, so y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. These hoes is so ratchet. These niggas is so sneaky. Y'all don't even really pay enough for y'all to only pay bi-weekly. I'm trying to double up my cash. Take this job, shove it up your ass. yo, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, get walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. We're the reason why your stockholders always stay afloat. Yet I'm asking, are they hiring? Like everywhere I go, schedule will say 9, but I think it's fine if I clock in at 9:04. I work 40 hours a week plus overtime just to be bro. So y'all, man, I hate this job. Hate that I applied. So much has transpired since the day that I was high. Told me I could advance, but you were telling me lies. Gotta give your notice before I quit, but you don't say shit right before I'm fired. Damn, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, get walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. You and your procedures, you and your protocol, you and your policies, none of that shit don't apply to me. You and your quotas, you and your standards, you and your 2 sick days a year. Y'all niggas bananas. Wonder why the postman's posted with hammers, going postal with Popo on camera. His wage got him enraged, stressed out, it's hard to maintain. He flips the middle, grabs his. He said, if you don't get the picture, I quit, you ain't shoot. Mother, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, get walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Look, man, I hate this job. I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like you. I'm out here trying to take care of my family. Damn, I hate this job. It's not always glamorous, for real, but I do what I gotta do for me and mine, you know? Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you, nigga. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and or the hosts. They do not explicitly nor necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by the channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during the program. Basically, if I didn't say it, don't come for me. You come for the person who said it. And please don't sue me for somebody else's words. With that said, let's start the show, mother.
This that squad sound.
Yeah. What up? What's popping? What's happening? What's going on? You're back in the lab with your favorite neighbor, your man Marq Nash. He is I am here. Another great episode of Breaking Beats. How y'all feel? What's the damn deal? How y'all been, man? Yeah, man, I had a busy weekend, but I am back in the lab, back in Atlanta, GA, at the base. And yeah, man, we got a lot to unpack on this episode, man. It's going to be a fun one. What's popping with you? See my boy Clips in the building early. What up, gang? Clips, what up, my boy? All right, let me do this neighbors only roll call, because without the neighbors, the show wouldn't be the show at this level. We got a lot to talk about, all right? So let's get it. Let me do it right here for the top. I ain't even gonna hold you. Let me get right to it. Oh, gotta do this first. Switch this over. Switch that over. Publish. All right, cool. Some point during this episode, I'll probably switch this episode over to a members only episode. Y'all know how I do. So let me put the link out there now. So if you want to join members only, you're more than welcome. If not, shoot, y'all catch the playback. Actually, y'all won't catch the playback because, like I said, I'll probably take this one down and just make it some clips. So you won't see the whole episode. You'll see what I want you to see. Join members only today. Matter of fact, join now. Let me put the link right there. Boom. All right, so we got a lot to unpack up here. It seems like Stephen A. Smith joining the manosphere low key, man. He is he got me rolling with this one. He makes some good points. Some of the stuff I can't agree with. Some of it I wholeheartedly agree with. So we'll talk about that. Is he trying to be the new Kevin Samuels? We'll put a case on it. 53. I think he says he's 53, never been married, never wants to get married. And part of that is from this Jeezy, Jenny, Mai situation. We'll go into that. Also, we got to talk about Joe Budden again. Joe Budden is back in the news. And I told y'all, like I said in my opening statement, Tasha K was upset about that interview not dropping. She said I don't care about that interview not dropping. Man, you don't talk that long about something you don't care about. She clearly cares, and she's going to unleash some venom on Joe. So we're going to play that as well. What else we got? Shout out to my sister Food Revolution. Foodie with the beauty. Badass blonde in the building. Send me this story about Lord Haney, as he like to be called on Instagram, Devin Haney. So we'll talk about that. Seems he got a new product he's promoting. Foodie has a good question, though. Should boxers be promoting this type of product? Stay with me on this, and we'll play more of that, and we'll let you know where we're coming from. All right, so without further ado, let's do this neighbors only roll call, because like I always tell you, without the neighbors, the show wouldn't be the show at this level, and we well on our way to 18K already, just like that. Let's see if we can hit that 20 before the end of the year. It's going to take a lot of work on my part, but your job is simple. All you got to do is click the like button, show up, be present in the chat, be active, call in, and share the link. I don't care if you got 1 subscriber or 1,000 subscribers. Share the link. It'll really help us out. All right. Now we can do this roll call. Take it from the top. Where we at?
What up?
My boy T.Y. Stay Fly, that's Todd DeSantis.
What up?
Big Hova, I thought I told you.
What up?
In Conquest.
What up?
I am _ Cam Edwards.
What up?
Deuce.
What
Is
up?
that Stephen Brimley? Unbiased fan Brim Reaper. What up, though?
What up, gangsta?
Mike James 616, you back in the mix.
What up?
Johnny Goodman, what's up, man?
What up?
My boy Stone Tangerine, stay mean.
What up?
Megazar.
What up?
Megazar got an album out right now called Diamonds Amongst Men. Y'all check him out.
What up?
Ace Retro, let's go.
What up?
Ill Status Boxing.
What up?
Patricia Shelton.
What
That
up?
guy Eclipse 330 early.
What up?
Stephen Bateman all the way in Australia.
What up?
I know boxing.
What up?
Ricardo Johnson.
What up?
Wanda Villa the Rilla, aka Epoxy Magic.
What up?
AJ, he don't play.
What up?
Electro Jeds, they getting his bread.
What up?
Miguel Ramos
What up?
on the mic with Terrence Bailey Sr.
What up?
The XO Factory.
What up?
Dub, right side.
What up?
Mr. Golden State holding the back end king.
What up?
Raheem the Dream Soto.
What up?
Like that. That's my boy LD.
What
Shout out to my sister Memory, aka girl behind the mic.
What up?
Memo, what up?
What up, gangsta?
John Nori came to tell his story.
What up?
Major Key Boxing, what's popping?
What up?
Cooking with the champ, aka Champion Heart.
What up?
On the floor with Shelton Moore,
What up?
SLG,
What up?
Sam F,
What up?
Kendall,
What up?
D-Lo 404 Boxing,
What up?
Karma Serene with the Serene Saturdays.
What up, gangsta?
My sister Nikki from Central Florida. That's Nick Rich and his bitch.
What up?
Shout out to Nikki.
What up, gangsta?
Aaron Parker, the big talker.
What up?
Taylor Bell with TabTech, unlocksim.com. Unlock your next device today.
What up, gangsta?
Transcendent Sports Channel, my Filipino brother from another all the way in Canada.
What up?
Shout out to Canada.
What up, gangsta?
Fistiana Fights.
What up?
She just might.
What up?
Jacob Sims, that's him.
What up?
Haplo, let's go.
What up?
DJ MFB.
What
Miss
up?
Queen Sun kissed, and yes, she was kissed by the sun.
What up?
Shout out to Beyond the Ring with Nonito and Rachel Donaire. That's 9-time champion Nonito on the way to the Hall of Fame, and we're going to walk with him and Rachel every step of the way.
What up?
True Media Today, USA Boxing. That's my guy, Coach Malachi Williams. What up, Coach?
What up, gangsta?
Puto.
What up?
Food Revolution, aka Foodie with the Beauty.
What up?
KP from KC5.
What up?
Matt Wade.
What up?
Matt got a dope single out called Papa Daddy. Y'all check him out, streaming on all platforms.
What up, gangsta?
Beyond Above Media.
What up?
Pittsburgh T.
What up?
SF City Slicker.
What up?
Rider of the Storm.
What up?
Here to There.
What up?
Media Well.
What up?
Cliff Bailey.
What up?
Con Shawnery.
What up?
Lisa Bell, She Never Fails.
What up, gangsta?
HL Deezy.
What up?
Cooking with Sir Senior.
What up?
D Bevel the Champ.
What
And of
up?
course, the big fish himself, my good brother, Dare Lincoln.
What up, gangsta?
Yo, I found a picture of Dare, D Bevel the Champ sitting right behind Errol Spence at the Frank Martin fight. I took a screenshot and sent it to him. I was like, bro, that's you right here. All right. That's it, man. That's all the shout outs. Let's get into the topics and the content. We got a lot to unpack. And we got a little bit of time to do it. So let me do it like this. I need this graphic. I need graphic number 1 on the screen. Graphic number 1. All right, we'll use this one right here. This will work. All right. So your boy, Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith got a show that he does on YouTube now. Shout out to Raining Wambin. Don't Ruin My Zen. Shout out to Don't Ruin My Zen. I like that. He got a podcast that he's doing on YouTube. Of course, he's still the executive producer of the show. He actually co-hosts as well. It's called First Take. Popular show, been number 1 for quite some time. So that's not why we're here. We're here because he got this video he just did. I guess he's talking about the Jeezy situation and how it kind of makes him say, hey, I ain't feeling this marriage stuff. And he has a way that he goes about it. I'll drop the link out there so we can react to it. But we're going to play some of this first. Let me let this room get populated just a little bit. Because sometimes I drop the link out there early. Y'all pull up with bad audio and people drop off before I even get the room populated. So we gotta get this room populated first. But let me play what he had to say. Let's get right into it without further ado. Go backwards. Find it. Got it right here. All right, Stephen A. Smith going on. I'm gonna tell you what's funny. When I listen to his show now, I was like, hold up, homie, I see you up here doing drops. I'm like, Stephen A. Smith, when you start doing drops? That ain't your thing. That's my thing.
It never heard of it.
Stephen A. Smith up here doing the drops for and Stephen A. Smith.
I want to hear that.
Let me get Stephen A. Smith to drop for Stephen A. Smith. All right, let's play it right here. I'm 55 years old. I've never been married. I've never been married, and he's happy about that. He talks about fatherhood, but he has something interesting he says here. And I thought he was kind of red pilling. Memory, what up? Irvin Mack, I see you. He kind of says something to the degree about the system of marriage. He said, if it's not on life support, it's been dead for quite some time. I thought that was interesting. Let's play some of this rant. And as this rant is playing, I'll drop the link out there. I'll probably do a members only panel tonight. So if you are a member, you can pull up.
Yes, I'm getting it. Now, ladies and gentlemen,
Let's hear it.
how can I put this delicately? I'm 55 years old. I've never been married, and I'm happy about it. Now, that ain't the most popular thing to say. Okay? It's not the most popular thing to say. And the reason why it's not the most popular thing to say is because we live in a country and we live in a nation where we talk about, the Bible talks about how a man who finds a wife finds a very, very, very good thing. And I am not the kind of heathen that one would surmise that I am. But because of that, I want to defer to biblical scripture. And I want to say to you, I get it. I understand. But I hope that my pastor, Pastor A.R. Bernard, Christian Cultural Center, Brooklyn, New York, spiritual father, he understands that there are some people that are there. And there are some people that just work very hard to get there. And I'm one of those people that I work very hard to get there, but I haven't quite made it there yet. Okay? Now, one could easily surmise that a past rife with some degree of promiscuity might have, dare I say, contributed to.
Let's just fast forward through a load of this crap at the beginning. Sorry.
About rapper Jeezy.
Here we go.
Upset about being single. Somebody got to talk about it. So I'm going to talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, you read this story about rapper Jeezy, how he filed for divorce from his wife, Jeannie Mai, after only 2 years of marriage. In legal documents, he claims their marriage is irretrievably broken. Now, Jeannie Mai challenges Jeezy's divorce. Former friends, that's why they former friends are saying she's after his money. Now, I ain't trying to get in people's business. All of this stuff is publicized, stuff like that. I don't get into people's private business. If it's public, it's public, but I don't expose their private business. Talk about what you're doing to field of play, quarter play, stuff like that. But I don't get it. I don't go this route. I'm not bringing this up to get into their private business. I'm bringing it up to make a point. I want everybody to listen. I want my nephew sitting to my left. I want my assistant sitting to my right. I want my staff sitting outside. I want everybody to stop talking. Stop talking. I want everybody to listen to me, just like I'm asking America to listen to me, just like I'm asking people worldwide to listen to me from all over the world. It's YouTube we're talking about here now. I need everybody to listen to me right now. Everybody listen. It's got to stop. Okay? Marriage and the sanctity that once came with it. It is either on life support in the United States of America, or it has died, and we have just refused to give it a funeral. Somebody got to say it, so I'm going to say it. Now, I want to be clear. This is just what the evidence shows. In terms of feelings, I'm not talking about myself.
I'm not talking about myself.
Yo, my man got drops in here. Yo, can I live? Yo, damn, Stephen A. biting too.
I'm talking about those people. Y'all. Jeezy is asking for joint legal custody of their child, which would relieve the rapper of any child support obligations. My opinion is he should have legal custody and should still give child support, because your child doesn't stop needing support when she leaves you. She needs it after she's gone, and she goes back to her mother too, or he. After they go back to their mother. Child support is not a part-time thing. Okay? I have 2 daughters. I pay child support. Nothing involves any legal kind of documents. Do you know why? Because the mom would probably get less, because I'm a very generous daddy. I love my baby girls. They are my world. And I come out of pocket all the time without hesitation because it's my responsibility to make sure that they're enjoying the quality of life that I want them to enjoy, which is obviously one of affluence if I can help it and afford it. But I digress. Kevin Costner, man married 18, 19 years, recently reached a settlement in his divorce proceedings. That brother got to give up over $60,000, $73,000 a month. Other recent celebrity divorces, Tiana Taylor and Amon Shumpert. Oh my God, that just hurt my heart. Oh my Lord, that just hurt my. I know Amon Shumpert. That's my dog. I love him. And Tiana, I mean, she's good people. I got nothing to say about them. It's their business. I'm just saying, oh, I was sad. That hurt me to say that, even though they've been separated for a while. You know, like she said on social media. Hugh and Deborah Lee Jackman divorcing after 27 years. What happened to Death Do Us Part? What happened to that? But I digress. Britney Spears and Sam Asghari. I will say this, Sam. No shade on you whatsoever. I don't know your business. Don't want to know your business. Ain't casting no aspersions on you. But when you are in a divorce with Britney Spears and stuff like that, it will help that your last name didn't start with ass. But I digress.
Yo.
Sam Asghari. Okay? Just saying. You know people use that against you, bro. Not me. I just want to say that. My point in saying all of this is to say, at some point in time, ladies, I hope the Shade Room is watching. Because I you know, my nephew tipped me off to that site and I see some of the things y'all talk about. Oh, y'all welcome on the Stephen A. Smith Show. Please come. I want to talk about this stuff. Ladies, if the Shade Room wants to talk about female issues and the male perspective, and you want to get the male perspective, again, I ain't talking about myself.
I'm talking about myself.
If you want to get the male perspective, ladies and gentlemen, in the Shade Room, which is obviously mostly ladies, I'll dedicate a segment every show to the Shade Room. Come on. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he ready for the spot. He said he coming for that Kevin Samuel spot. Let's keep it going.
Hey, I'm here. I'm not that dude that was in Atlanta. What's his name? Kevin, what's his name? I forgot his name. No, I'm not that dude.
Damn, that's cold. He was like, I forgot his name. You know his name.
I never heard of it.
Steven said, I never heard of him. Let's go.
Kevin Samuels. God rest his soul. He passed away. I ain't him, but I got some advice. I'm different than him. I think different, but I got some advice now. If you really, really want to hear it, ladies, I'll dedicate. I'm looking at my nephew right now. I'll dedicate a segment every show to the Shade Room, but only if you come and you're gonna give me your real opinions, because I don't like fake stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're talking about marriage, people are courting one another, people are loving on one another, people are supporting one another, etc., etc. You're spending money, you're putting a ring on the finger. By the way, fellas, don't get a woman a cheap ring. The ring doesn't represent her, it represents you. The cheaper the ring, it shows how much of a cheap ass you really are. You don't want that. You want the bling bling on the ring because it represents who you are and what she means to you. You ain't cutting corners. Just some friendly advice. But back to the issue of marriage. Y'all want to think it's men's fault because we don't want to commit. Y'all don't bring up the fact that there's some ladies out there that's stepping out on their man. We don't bring that up. It's always the dudes. It's always the dudes. To some ladies are always innocent. My sister, my nephew's mama. My sister is a perfect example of that. Women are always innocent. We never do anything wrong. Y'all are the bums. Y'all are the scandalous people. That's my sister. Her name is Arlene. I'm doming her out. Okay? Men are always wrong. Women are always right. That is not true either. But let me tell you what is true. The court system in the United States of America got to do a better job. I'm not going to advocate that they step out of the way because there are some deadbeat dads out there who need to be held accountable. There should never be a single mother I'm talking about finances because, by the way, my definition of a single mother is not a woman who is not married. A single mother, to me, my definition of a single mother is a woman who is taking care of the responsibilities herself. As long as you have that dad in the child's life that is providing for you and that child, you are not a single mom. You are not a single mom. You are a single mom when you got to hold it down yourself because the man ain't doing anything. But as long as he is doing his part, you are not alone. And if you are not alone, you are not a single parent. You might be single, but you are not a single parent. Period. So we got to stop that. And the courts have to stop it. Hold the man accountable for doing what he's supposed to do. Hold the woman accountable for doing what she is supposed to do. And then outside of that, step the hell away. If Kevin Costner's monthly child support enables the children to maintain the quality of life he once provided, why should he have to pay extra so the wife that he's no longer with gets to maintain her quality of life? Y'all ain't together. You're an adult. Handle it. By the way, let me not stop for you punk ass men out there filing for palimony, trying to take money from a woman. You should be ashamed of yourself too. You healthy, you vibrant, you got potential, go out there and work. She don't owe you anything because she don't want you anymore, or vice versa. Children are different. Their quality of life should be maintained for their entire childhood. Whatever you once provided to them, you should provide for them until they're adults. Period. That means through college. After that, they on their own. But you should provide for that. But the courts got to stop coming here and milking people for money all the damn time. They got to stop that. Because you're ruining the sanctity of marriage because everybody is saying, why the hell should I do that? I'm going to put her in position where she think that she's entitled to my stuff. I'm the one that earned millions. I'm the one that was doing movies. I'm the one that was playing ball. I'm the one that was making movies. Why the hell do I have to do this for her? Because we don't want each other no more. That's a legitimate point. And it's time for the ladies to step up and acknowledge that. I hope you listening to me, The View. I hope you listening to me, The Talk. Whoopi Goldberg, Cheryl Underwood, and the rest of the crew. I love all of y'all. Y'all got great shows, by the way. I've been a guest on The View. I'm going to be a guest on The Talk, and I'm going back on The View. They know I got love for them.
Land your plane,
on now.
Land your plane, bro.
Come on now. And all you female websites out there, Shade Room, yeah. My nephew told me about y'all. He told me about y'all. I'm embarrassed. I apologize. I never knew what the hell the Shade Room was until 3 days ago. I never knew what the hell the Shade Room was until 3 days ago. But when they told me there's a bunch of women on these websites to be commenting about this stuff, I said, what? What? Really? Oh, hell yeah, we're going to talk about this. Stevie A ain't running, baby. Stevie A ain't running. These are issues that matter to the American people and beyond. Last time I checked, there are women and men across the globe throughout the planet Earth. I hear YouTube has access to all of them. They could be Hispanic. They could be Russian, Czechoslovakian. I don't know. Damn it, find a way to speak English and call into the show.
I couldn't agree more, Stephen A. With calling into the show. Let me put the number on the screen. What do you guys think of what Stephen A. Smith had to say? Phone lines are open 404-692-1766, 404-692-1766. Call in and voice your opinion. I'll put you right in the mix. I love to hear what you guys have to say about this one. Now, if you're watching this on a playback, like if I chop this up and make it a clip, don't call the show on the playback. Like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, yo, my man, that was like 2-3 days ago. Yeah. I just wanted to say my opinion real quick. Ain't nobody gonna hear you but me, bro. And I got shit to do. I'm not about to be listening to you. while I'm walking through Kroger in the produce section. But shout out to everybody who's here, who's pulling up on this pop-up edition of the show. Let me make sure I got the link out there so you guys can beam in if you want to join your opinion. If not, I will be moving right on to the next topic. Couple things I want to unpack on that Stephen A. Smith said. It's a couple things I disagree with him on. The first thing was when he was, how did he say it? Let me see, because it was so much. I should have timestamped some of that. One of the things he said that I thought was crazy, he was like, yo, I don't pay child support because if I was to pay child support, she'll be getting less. Maybe that's that trick that you might tell her, but then again, if you are paying child support, she don't have to ask you for anything. You know what I'm saying? She could just go get it for the kids. But whatever works for you in that situation and your children works for you, I always think that's good. If you can keep the courts out of your business, keep the courts out your business. Another thing he was like, I don't believe he not working with marriage, but he was talking about if you have what do you say? The bigger the ring shows how much you love the woman. That represents you. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, because you got a lot of people that bought big ass rings to represent them, and the lady ended up still leaving them for the pool boy. You know what I'm saying? So buying a big ring, the bigger the ring does not mean you love the woman more, or that's supposed to represent you. I disagree with that as well. Granted, my wife does have a nice ring. She picked it out. There was one other thing, but I'll come back to it. Food Revolution, you was here first. Talk to me.
What up? What up, Mark? What up, everybody?
What up, though? Welcome home. How you been?
I'm good. I missed the first part of what he was saying. I just came in within the last 2 to 3 seconds or minutes when he was talking about the ring, like you brought up, and then
also talking about men shouldn't pay alimony and women shouldn't have to pay palimony.
Yeah, I agree with that as well.
Right, when it's over, it's over. Just because I made millions and you got to spend that while you was with me. Once we break up, you go your separate way, I go my way. I shouldn't have to pay for the lifestyle that I provided you, even once we break up.
100%. 100%. I agree with that, because it makes it hard to determine, to move forward, for either party, especially for the person who is benefiting from it. Some women, I don't know how it really works, but sometimes I think it's like until that man gets married or the woman gets married, he has to pay it, or maybe sometimes it's a determined amount of years, 10 or 15 years or whatever. But some women won't get married on purpose. They'll just have their live-in boyfriend, like Nicole Murphy had with her boyfriend, and he went and ran through that I think it was like a $15 million settlement that Eddie Murphy paid her, which was smart, that he didn't have to keep paying it for years and years. And I think most of the kids were almost grown or were grown when they got divorced. And then that motherfucker, he scammed her out of all of that. And like, you stupid. Oh, well. But I don't feel like he should have had to pay her $15 million if he's, obviously paid for the lifestyle that his children live and put them through school and make sure that they have that's his responsibility. She's no longer your responsibility. So how's the next woman that you establish a relationship with feel, how she's supposed to feel when you still are paying for the lifestyle of another woman that's your past? It doesn't make any sense. Like,
good shit. Hell of an opening statement. Go ahead, Clips. Talk to me. What you think of what Stephen A. Smith had to say? I see you heard the whole thing. You was in the chat. Talk to me.
Well, first of all, congratulations. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could have a child that's older than you. You're amazing. Let me just give you your flowers, Mr. Nash. That's just dope. And so Stephen A. Nash made some great points. But I think, he didn't land the plane like he needed to. And I'm with Food Revolution. I don't believe in spousal support like that. I believe you should take care of the kids. And sadly, like I just typed to girl behind the mic in the chat, sometimes trying to handle it outside the courts is actually to the man's disadvantage, because when she gets mad, she can go to the courtroom and then all that you did just gets taken away, like you didn't do nothing. And now you're on the hook for all this BS and everything. And it just gets messy. I really do believe that We need to talk, as much as we've been talking about for the past 30, 40 years, these deadbeat dads, we need to really focus on womb hustlers. Because like I said, it not only cheapens the idea of marriage, it cheapens the idea of parenthood, and only the babies suffer.
Okay. What's up, Memory? Girl behind the mic. Stephen A had a lot to say. What's your response?
Interesting. I mean, interesting points. I don't know where to start with it, but they were interesting. But the only thing, listen, it's his choice. He chose not to get married. He's 55. I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know. He said he's still on the path of getting where he needs to go. I don't know. But
He was talking about promiscuity, and I think he was talking about his religion, like getting right with God. And about his pastor.
He's religious.
Yeah, he was talking about his pastor knows how he is, and he was like, yo, some of us get there a little quicker than others. He was talking about, I think.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, that's the thing, right? Great, he has an opinion, but like, that's what I was saying. Like, you've never been married. You've never been divorced. I understand what you're saying, but you can't look at other people's situations and think that somehow is there a way to revive marriage or look at the marriage, because the examples you're giving are not normal examples. You know, there is no high percentage or statistic of marriage rates as it pertains to celebrities. So I don't know, he kind of threw me off with that one. But what I really wanted to say was, as it pertains to alimony and whatever Mary J. Blige is paying can do, I think that people should get that. I think because let me say this. Let me preface this. Denzel has been married to his wife for a very long time. If they were to get a divorce, I would want her to get as much as she can, because she too was an actress, but she sacrificed her acting career to raise their children out of the limelight. So if that marriage was to dissolve today, yes, darn Skippy, she should get 20 million. She should get whatever she could have potentially made in her prime.
We don't know how good she really was, though. Like,
it doesn't matter. She sacrificed her career, though.
We don't know if she was gonna earn $20 million.
We don't know.
Yeah.
But she sacrificed her life, and it's not fair. It's just the best.
Like, could
both of them, they probably came to an arrangement.
You can hire a nanny to raise your kids sometimes when you're busy,
but they
both on working movies at the same time, right?
Right. We don't know what the arrangement was, but there was an arrangement where she stopped acting. She was actually ahead. She was set
on Broadway. Yeah.
To set the path before Denzel, but this is the way it went. So they probably had a talking to an arrangement that is beneficial for both of them and their family, and it's still sacrifice. Even him being in Hollywood, LA area without his family living there, that's still sacrifice. So at the end of the day, I feel the best blueprint for me is Jeff Bezos and his wife. Imagine if she walked away with nothing when she helped him build that empire. She was the reason why Amazon came about.
I got you. What about wife number 2 or 3, like somebody like Terrence Howard? He was already Terrence Howard, and he's still paying a lot.
Should be per case basis. Should be per case basis. What was your arrangement going in? People with that kind of money and background should think ahead. Prenups or whatever it is. But it's the original women that helped these men. Dr. Dre's wife. I mean, she asked for way too much, but I'm saying these were people that were with these people in their foundations. And most women do sacrifice their careers sometimes to make sure that the man's set, because they have the platform.
Dr. Dre was already Dr. Dre when he got with that lady. He was already Dr. Dre.
But he wasn't $1 billion Dr. Dre, though. Let's be real. He wasn't where he was.
Dr. Dre.
Yeah, he married her when he did Chronic. So yeah, he was already a millionaire. He was good.
But he wasn't a bill.
No, I'm saying he walked away from death row broke, and everybody knows
that's
that.
what I'm saying. He wasn't a billionaire.
Masters, but he walked away right into a great situation with Aftermath. He wasn't broke.
Yeah,
well, because he's an intelligent man, but he didn't have no money.
Yeah, but he wasn't broke though, Foodie. He was.
She was a lawyer. She's a lawyer.
She's a lawyer. She helped probably with the paperwork. Well, that's what I'm saying. She benefited.
But even in that situation, he had a prenup.
She still got something, didn't she?
Right, but that's beside the point.
Hold on, let me finish. It is the point, because she said prenup. She said when you're in these situations, you should protect yourself with prenups.
Yes.
Dr. Dre had a prenup.
Yes.
she contested the prenup and said she signed it under duress. The first time he's hearing about this is 20-something years later. It's like, what you mean? And she was like, it was times where he used to say, I love you, I'm sorry, because he was cheating. I believe on that. And he would tear up the prenup, and he tore up the prenup. So she thinking they don't have a prenup. He was like, no, I didn't. The lawyer still got the prenup. Like, this paperwork is filed. And then she said, hey, I signed that under duress, and that shit was thrown out. Even though they got married in Hawaii in front of her family, witnesses, friends, everybody, she said it was signed under duress. It was thrown out. She got paid.
Right, but what point are you making to Memory's point of?
As in, like, the prenup doesn't always provide protection.
No, she was saying that she feels like a woman should get
she said if you was with him shooting in the gym, like she was talking about, like, I started this with you, like Bill and Melinda Gates, like we started this, like I've been here from the beginning.
Yeah, there are levels to shit. There's different situations, just like, you know, with Michael Jordan and his wife Juanita, she got what I felt like she earned some of that shit, but Dre had never been married before, so that was his first situation. Like, he didn't have anybody else he was paying an alimony to. You said, what about wife number 2 and number 3? She was
like Terrence. I'm talking about Terrence Howard. Like, this dude keep getting beat in court. I think it was the story came out. It was kind of funny where it was like his one. I think wife number 2 was helping him pay money towards wife number 3.
See, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. When you get with a man, if you're a woman like me, and you choose to get with a man, which is a choice. You don't have to get with a man who has any children. But if you happen to fall in love with and allow a man into your life to give you a chance to prove himself as a man, and he's taking care of his children, and then you've got a wife, or not wife, an ex-wife that you're paying alimony to, that's someone. Now we get married. If we do get married, which I don't want to get married, but if we do get married, then I feel like some of my household income is going to somebody else still. But I think the law cuts it off once that other person gets married. He doesn't have to pay her anymore. He
once he get married.
If you get remarried,
yeah, she got to get remarried. Even if he gets married, he still got to pay her.
See, that's the bullshit. I'm not fucking with it.
But I remember Suge Knight had that famous quote on David Letterman where he said he'll gladly pay for his baby mom's wedding. You know, like, listen, you know, saying, hey, you know, because like he, you know, everyone was thinking that was a joke, and then like he explained, you know, I will pay for her wedding because said, forget your dad, I will walk you down the aisle. Like, here you go, bruh. Because once that happens, other than these kids, don't look at me for nothing.
Hey, Memory, let me ask you this. So, what's your take when it comes to what about live-in boyfriends, Memory? Because I remember, I don't know if it's certain states or certain cases, but I've heard of a situation where the woman, you could, like, if you got pregnant too, you can't get the alimony no more.
You mean like palimony?
I thought palimony was what women pay to men.
No, palimony is like if you guys were in a certain, because in a lot of states they don't recognize what's that called, common law. So like in California, they stopped recognizing common law marriage a long time ago. So then they started bringing in this bullshit palimony where we've been together for a certain amount of time and now we're breaking up. Either the woman or the man can sue.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about basically you, like how you was talking about earlier, Foodie. I was asking Memory, like, at what point should it cut off? Or if the woman never gets married and like it should last forever, what do you think? Or should it be or cash out a lump sum payment, just give me half and we go our separate ways? You can keep earning, but I'm not a famous actress like you said with Paulette. I think that was a great example, by the way, too. I gave you a little pushback on it, but I think that's a great example. Should it?
Now, what are we talking about? Child support or palimony or
I'm talking about Memory. What was that thing you was just talking about? You was talking about
spousal support.
Spousal
alimony.
Yes, alimony, spousal. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, hello, Foodie. I keep trying to bring her back in the conversation to ask her this question.
Oh, you asked me a question I didn't answer, so I didn't know you were talking to her.
No, yeah, I said Memory. I'm sorry. That's her name. No, I'm sorry. No problem. Memory. So my question is, should it end at a certain time or should it last forever?
So this is where I think that people need to have per case basis. Just the way they will look at a man's income for child support to determine child support and stuff like that. They should have a base point, I think, because not every situation is the same. Like if I was a man and I have amassed all this wealth and I'm 35 and I get a 25-year-old arm candy trophy wife who clearly, she's maybe never had any goals to advance. So this is just get her, little 25-year-old girl. And 2 years later, it doesn't work out. I don't think I should support her for the rest of her life. If any support, if I was doing in the 2 years, maybe 2 years, half of what I was doing for her, because she's an able body. And plus, it's my wealth. I think that's when it has to be per case basis. Even to say that you are the number one breadwinner, it was 2 years, null and void. He shouldn't even have to pay. You better get back where you were, But if it's long term,
like Pauletta, like she gave up on her dreams and goals, is what you're saying. Like,
yes,
I've been a housewife. I have no skills no more.
Yes,
I'm not in the workforce anymore.
Exactly.
Okay, go ahead, Foodie, and then we can pass around the clips and we can get to this next topic. Unless y'all have more on this.
No, I was just gonna say that I think that if the thing about a prenup is that people have a misunderstanding that if you have a prenup that you don't owe anything to a person, but what a prenup does is set boundaries and structures to what you could possibly owe a person. Like they'll say, for instance, if you could put just about anything in a prenup, but if we get divorced in 5 years, then I only owe you a certain amount. If we get divorced in 10 years, then I only owe you a certain amount. If you have children, I only owe you a certain amount. If we don't have children,
right.
If you gain over 5 pounds, like Antonio Banderas did to Melanie Griffin, if you gain over 5 pounds within a certain amount of time, then I don't owe you shit because you a fat bitch. No, I'm just
yeah. Hey, Foodie, I remember that too.
I remember that shit. And the bitch signed it and did all that shit and everything, and now they ain't together.
Yeah, he had a weight clause in that prenup, man. He had city
together for a while. Are they still together now?
Oh no, they've been divorced for a long time now.
But they stayed together for quite some time.
Yeah, but I think they've been divorced for longer than they were ever married.
Oh, okay.
See, and that's the whole situation. Like life goes on.
Like,
but
I'll do it. I just want to be with you.
So people who have wealth, they know that there's going to be a payout, especially if you have children, which is kind of like the point of people getting married. You want to have kids and build some type of structure for them. So if you do, then it depends on how many children you have. I don't think you can do it on gender and all that kind of stuff. That's kind of weird, but I don't know. You can put just about anything. So it does add some structure. So that's what I would say. Definitely people, like my sister who's been married for 26 years is like, well, if you signed a prenup, then that's just saying that it's not going to work out anyway. Bullshit. That just means that if it doesn't work out, we're going to work our hardest to make it work. But if it doesn't, then we have ways to protect our assets and what we had coming into here, and we can be sensible about how we move on, not just some bullshit amounts of money, ridiculous amounts of money, because we've already agreed to that. So go ahead.
Go ahead, Clips, and then go. Let's go to memory after that.
Yeah, Foodie, that's a great point. And I know I got pushback in the neighborhood a lot of times when I brought up my issues with Janet Jackson and her marriage to the Arab dude, when it was like they already had certain issues. And if you know anything about Sharia law, she literally stayed and made sure she checked off all the boxes under Sharia law to where she would get a bag for life, but went into court citing her problems, which were things that you knew were the issue long before you even married this man. So it almost sounds like Janet just bided her time and played along. Okay, it's been 5-6 years. I had a child under Sharia law. You got to give me half, nigga. That's what it sounds like.
I got to give you a little pushback on that for that pause, Clips. A lot of people marry people that they love and they have issues with certain tendencies or traits in that person going into the marriage. And you love the person, you trust them and believe them enough that maybe this, that, or third will change, because they tell you it's going to change all the time. It could be smoking. I know some people who don't smoke and they married a smoker and they've been telling that person, telling homie to quit smoking since she known him. She married him anyway. You know what I'm saying? They've had children together, been together, and she still drive your own car to the function. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know you like to smoke on the road. You can't smoke in the car with me. That nigga would drive they would drive separate vehicles just so he could smoke on the way there and smoke on the way back. That's their marriage. It works for them.
Right.
So, but she knew that going into it. It's something that she still hates to this day. And if she go to court tomorrow and say irreconcilable difference, I've been asking this nigga 30 years to quit smoking. They ain't got cancer. Shit, I'm out. I told this nigga to stop smoking, or just say, or let's say he don't have cancer. Let's just say, look, today's the day. This the year. You've been telling me this for 15 years or 10 years, however long they've been together. I don't think that's like, well, you knew that when you got with me. I hate when people say you knew that when you. No, I was hoping you would grow and change and evolve. I knew you was a crazy bitch when I got with you.
Exactly, Mark. Exactly.
My only pushback to that is
I think
that doesn't always
you was going to be 20-year-old you.
Exactly. You mentioned that before, like with you and your wife. Like your wife is not the same person that she was when you met. Not in a bad way, but she's grown and she's mature, and you're not the same person for however long you guys have been together, and that's reasonable. And people don't seem to, when they're in the moment, allow for growth in a relationship and people to change, and sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. Sometimes you can grow together, sometimes you grow apart.
Yeah.
Thank you, Foodie. That's what I was getting ready to. As far as the personal, the individual thing that I was bringing up with Janet, dude never said that. In fact, she even submitted. It said, "I will abide by Sharia law." Okay, I will abide and live by Sharia law.
I feel you,
so
bro.
You can't go into a courtroom and say
on this because
I'm oppressed by Sharia law.
Right. I know nothing about it.
Clips, I can't even argue with you on Sharia law, but what I can tell you is this: we will never know the intimacy of their bedroom conversations.
I'm only speaking on what came out from the court papers. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. We
don't even know that to be fact.
That already came out. She said she would abide by Sharia law. Waited five to 6 years, had the one child, everything to check off all the boxes to where regardless if he was beating her, regardless of what was doing under Sharia law, he's got to take care of her for life and everything. But she goes to the courts deciding that, that was just too oppressive. I couldn't take it. When she said from the beginning, she will abide by.
Can I say something real quick before you jump in on
mind though, Clips? Maybe she changed her mind, and the idea of if he beat me, no matter what, I got to stay with him. Maybe she changed her mind. Like,
I didn't say she got to stay with him. I said under Sharia law, once you pass that 5 to 6 years and have the child, it don't matter. He's got to take care of it.
Well, look, what I do know before I go to food, because I know she said she wanted to jump in. I do remember this. Her prenup was kind of tricky about it, and she did stay long enough to abide by her prenup, not just the Sharia law thing. And I'll say this, and then I go to foodie. They married in 2012. Boom. She toned her image down for him. Like, blah, 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 blah. Where's the she agreedly walk away with the marriage with $500 million, 500,000. Had a prenuptial agreement that meant Janet, who was already worth 175 million, could walk away with a larger portion of her billionaire hubby's net worth. The prenups typically have a 5-10 year mark trigger. Let me fast forward. But basically, her prenup, it was the time though. I think it was 5 years. 5 years, and she basically got this amount if we break up after that for any reason. So they had a prenup to give her that money too, Clips. I don't know if that's part of Sharia law as well, but she had a prenup to get X amount of money. That means they both agreed to it. That means he said, hey, look, take this amount of money. I'm still going to be super rich, but if you break up before then, you get this. If we break up after this and you have a child, you get this. So this goes back to what Foodie was saying. Everybody has their own different idiosyncrasies and different lawyers to put different things in their contracts and their family trusts or whatever to protect them. So I passed the mic though. I feel like I'm being long-winded. Go ahead, Foodie.
No, I agree with what you're saying. The only reason why I wanted to jump in is because not to jump on you, but you brought up this whole Janet Jackson and her ex-husband in her womb hustling ways, or of your opinion of it more than once on the panels, and I didn't know anything about it until you brought it up. Yeah, well, I remember like we were watching like shows, Remember one time we were watching, I think it was like, I don't know, it was a Teofimo or whatever. It was on your
I do remember hearing.
And I was like, all right, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it because you get worked up about it.
Oh, that was behind the scene. That was behind the scene.
Right. Get worked up, man.
Right. But I'm just saying, this is like not the first, second, or third time you brought it up. And that's fine. You can bring it up as many times as you want to. But this is the thing is like, what I try to get people to understand, and this is something I know, I'm not rich, but I know that rich people live their lives in a much different way. I can't personally identify with the way that they deal with it and what they, because a billionaire motherfucker can have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wives and walk away and give them all $100 million and be just fine because his money regenerates like that. You see what I'm saying? They don't trip off of that kind of shit. So if you're going to talk about the whole womb hustling thing, we need to bring it down 1,000 notches to people who are like on a regular day-to-day level. Bringing them up as an example is nonsense to me.
Okay, and I got this clip right here. Now I found it. It was, if they were married for at least 5 years, she gets $100 million. But I don't know what the child thing. And they said they had a 6-month-old son. Majestic gave birth to the party's only child on January 17th, a few months prior to their separation. And she should be entitled to $100 million after 5 years, should double to $200 million. So,
yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, so I just wanted to get some clarity on that because I misspoke earlier. I said $500 million, so I was wrong. So it's 200 million, which is still a whole lot of money.
And I agree with you, Food. I'm like, what I'm using that as an example of even on the rich level, and that's why I brought it up. I just felt like I maybe me personally, I view Janet in a higher esteem. Like, if you're not happy, baby, you just go ahead and leave. You're Miss Jackson if you're nasty. You know what I'm saying? You in control. You don't need this man's money. You didn't need all that. And it seemed like she actually stayed longer than she needed.
No, but this was part of the agreement before they ever walked down the aisle, and he knew who he was marrying. He knew who he was marrying, whether you agree with it or not.
I know, I agree with you on that. They both knew who they were marrying. That's my point.
Worth $1 billion. According to this, she's worth $150 million, which is still a lot of money, but it's a whole lot different than 10 times the amount. You know what I'm saying? And
doesn't matter. Well, the bottom line is like, if are you able to take care of yourself in that baby and its basic needs?
And look,
yes, absolutely. But bottom line is, he married her knowing all of this, and they signed this shit in court.
I agree. Like, they, not even just that, they chose each other.
They chose each other. He could have married someone from his Sharia law land or whatever you call it.
And I just want to,
and a lot of people do.
And I want to add one more caveat from this to Clip's point. I got to disagree with you, Clips, when you was like, we talking about her because we talking about them because we talking about celebrities because they want hustling with rich people. That's the only people who really trying to want. Like, ain't no broke. How you womb hustling?
That's what me and Foodie agree on. Because like, even when I talk about this, like Foodie, like about what goes on, what do you always say? Foodie, what do you always say? It's like, yeah, them girls in Ohio, yeah, them girls. That's why. What do you always say to me, Foodie? That's why you got to be careful dealing with them broke girls, because if you know that's their only play on the table as a man, you got to be wiser. 100%. That's what I take.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the difference that's the difference in levels. This man went to a lawyer before he married that woman, and they broke this all down. And this said, I know I'm gonna have to pay something, because that's the way love goes when you got that kind of money.
Hey, is that hello? Did you do that on purpose?
You did that on purpose.
That's the way love goes. Did you do that?
Yeah,
she did that. Don't
ask her how. That's the way it goes at that level. You're not going to get out for free. Once you get to a certain level of status and money, you know that you're not going to walk away for free, but you're trying to get away for the least amount of money that you possibly can. That's the way it goes. So that's what I'm saying. It's a whole different ballgame.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying he should not be trying to lowball her, and then at the same time, she should not be trying to take him up top. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
that's the game they play up there, though.
They ain't no trying to take him up top. They signed. We agree for it.
Right. They said she had her team of lawyers. He had his team of lawyers, and they came to that agreement.
You knew at
before
5
they got married.
Like,
either one of them could have walked away before they walked down the aisle, or had a child.
That's all I'm saying. They could.
But
They could have.
did it, so
If she's
there's no
stressing,
point of
if
even, like,
she's stressing
talking
that
about
his
it, 'cause they
lifestyle
did
and his
it.
culture,
It's not wrong hustling if it's your wife, Clips. Like you
Right.
agree, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all
And you
got
don't want
married.
lawyers in it to sign up for the money. You signed up for this shit, bro. Literally.
Everything's legal schmeagle. American legal, Sharia law, legal, everything is up and, on the up and up.
and that's
Y'all were
why I
grown
keep
folks that could have walked away from it. Y'all were no TG.
Just look at
no
it this way.
shotgun
Hey, Clips,
wedding.
At worst case scenario, Clips, I know this is gonna sound disrespectful. I'm gonna lose some people with this, but fuck it, I'm gonna say it. At worst case scenario, I ain't gonna say it. Fuck it, man. Fuck it. I ain't
say that shit.
Never heard of it.
Okay, worst case scenario, shit. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Don't say it if you don't want to say
I'm
it.
not bold enough
That's
to
the
say
Lord
that.
holding your tongue. Let him hold your tongue.
Say that. That's God's work. Let's move on.
Yeah.
I'll give y'all a softer version of it. How about that? He married Janet Jackson. How about that? I had a baby with her. And they was married. And they was married for 5 years. Didn't, you know what I'm saying? Didn't work out, bro.
I ain't got to pay a goddamn dime towards it. That's all I can.
You worth $1 billion. You gotta give her $100 million.
As long as they ain't coming out of my tax payments, I don't give a shit what they do.
Bro. Y'all'll be all right, man. Let's just move forward. See how nice that was when you just mind your own business right there and don't go too far. Don't push that button. You ain't got to push the button all the time.
Yeah, moving on. I'm just using that as an example. I wasn't trying to say like the Janet Jacksons, the blueprint, the womb hustle. I'm just saying that a lot of people looked at this and everybody was like, "Yeah, girl, get that bad girl, get that bad girl." And the whole time I was like,
"Hey, look, she knew not to have a baby with Jermaine Dupri though."
Right?
That's what I'm saying. God damn it.
Like this nigga getting sued by the IRS, man.
Well, that was weird that she even got with him because she don't even do black men like that at all, really. So
talk to him.
We don't know. We don't know what she be doing.
And I will say this.
I'm just saying, like not publicly.
We know what
not
she's
publicly.
getting linked to publicly. We don't know what she's doing and who she doing. Go ahead, Cliff.
Listen, it took me 10, 15 years to realize that the DeBarge family was half black and half white. I thought they was a family of Puerto Rican.
No. They're like, hey, yeah, they're like this weird French and this weird whatever.
No,
like
the daddy's black. The daddy's white. Daddy's white, drunk ass beater. And then the mom just a regular old dark black woman.
And I will say this, hey, Foodie, I know you can feel me on this. I will give Janet Jackson
clips. And after Clips finish this right here, damn, Clip.
I will say this. I shout out to Janet Jackson for this, and that's what I'm saying. Like, look, she act. You know, we're trying to act like this is not Janet Jackson. This is the same woman who, you know what? Go try to Google a picture of her oldest daughter. You won't. Because she knows how to keep
I'm done. I'm done on it.
Thank you. She knows how to handle herself in that regard, but all of a sudden you're gonna do it this way. Come on now.
Allegedly.
Janet broke your heart, didn't he, Clip?
Bro, we gotta put allegedly on stuff like that because that lady said that ain't her kid. Them people, allegedly, bro.
Allegedly. All right, I don't want to get nobody in trouble.
Bro, you was pressing me to get in just to get that bar off, bro.
No, I'm just saying it was like, hey, listen,
you really feel some type of way about it.
No, I don't feel a way. I always looked at it like that's kind of weird.
That conspiracy theory.
Like Penny broke his heart. Like he expected so much more of her. I don't expect anything of these people. That's why I don't care one way or the other the way their life go. Long as my money and my taxes don't go towards any of their bullshit or happiness, I don't give a fuck what they do. And I don't hold them to any regard. I don't look at them as, an example of anything that I should be following after or teaching my kids to follow after. I don't give a fuck what they do. That's why I don't really I don't take it personally. So
fair enough.
It is what it is. Okay.
Hey, Memory, let me ask you this before we move on, because you are married. What did you think of what he said about your? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Something happened over here. Something happened over here. I was like, what the hell was that? I had to check over my shoulder real quick. Make sure I had a pistol near me. I was like, what the hell was that? I heard a noise.
Mark smoking that Haney. He getting nervous. He getting paranoid off that Haney.
Like that. Shit like that. Like, nigga. Like, I was like, yo. Groundhog's Day over here. Like, nigga, that's your shadow. Nigga. So ceiling fan going in the background. I'm used to the lights being on in here. Like, I ain't used to having the lights on the studio. Y'all know my studio always dark. I got the blue light on. I don't have shadows moving around in here. I saw the damn ceiling fan move. I reached, looked down, I saw a shadow. I was like, hey. The fuck is this? Nigga, I don't grab the pistol. I'm like,
You almost heard Mark busting off shots mid-line.
Nigga, I don't put the damn revolver right here. I'm like, shit, I ain't got time for none to jam, nigga. I'm squeezing all 6 shots. I ain't lying. I'm dead ass. I am not used to shadows moving around in the studio. Groundhog's Day in this motherfucker. Hey, look, y'all got a long winter or something. What that shit mean? All right. Let's keep it moving. What else I got on the docket? I gotta play this Tasha K shit, yo. Matter of fact, Foodie, you want to do your Devin Haney topic now? Or you want to do it after the Tasha K shit?
We can do it after topic. Tasha K. Go ahead.
Cool. I want to be respectful of your time, sister. I didn't know. Let me play Tasha K goes on her damn rant. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's kind of long. But it's good. We can stop and pause in between it, okay? But it's about like 10 minutes. It's about 10 minutes. And she's in the car. She just did an interview with No Jumper, and she's gonna, according to my boy, I Am Savvy, violate Joe Budden for about 10 minutes. We're gonna play some of this, and we'll pause in and stop in between. Let me take the phone number off the screen. I'm not taking no calls right now. Got a good panel up here. And we're gonna react to this. After this, I'll open it up. I'll open the phone line back up.
Yes, I need the moderators dropping the link to Adam's interview with me. Shout out to Adam.
Listen to her. She like, mods.
Thank you, Adam.
Let me fast
I
forward
appreciate No Jumper. And I wanted to come on here and say something because I have to say it. And I talk with, I was kind of wrestling back and forth. And then, once I had some time to really, really ponder on things, because that's what I do. I think a lot. I overthink. I said, I got to say this because if I don't say it, you guys expect for Black media to be as fair and have as much integrity as possible. You guys expect that from us. You deserve that. With all this fake news and fake narratives going on, especially during heightened times like this where, we got AI in the mix and people can make it up or, it's hard to really, really hone in on that authenticity. And I want to tell you something that I did that I'm not proud of, and, that's what this platform is for. It's not to judge anyone. We come, we get enlightened, we laugh at our problems. And we come with, we lead with ideas, whether it's inspiration, whether it's, just feeling good and knowing that life is really, really not that serious.
All right, motherfucker about to get into some shit clips when they start telling you like, they start talking about the moons and the stars and like, God is good. I'm in a good space right here. I'm great. But you look at the time on the video and I'm like, the title said you about to violate him. We about 1 minute and 33 in, and you talking about all this positive shit. Foodie, she about to smoke this nigga, huh? Yeah.
Serious.
I haven't watched it, but she sure is.
You say you what? You already seen it?
No, I haven't. I've heard the little bits and pieces.
Oh
but
yeah.
I haven't. Go ahead.
Got to get in. Let's go.
That I shouldn't have done, but I'm glad I did it because it will never happen again.
What you do?
So when we were putting together my PR run, okay, for our October 20th wine, gossip, and comedy show in Miami, everybody has been reaching out to me to do an interview. Okay. Everybody. I turned down We in Miami 4 times. 4 times. Like I have been turning down everybody.
Damn.
Okay. And I'm like, I'm not ready.
Should I ask her? Shit, she ain't turned me down. Yeah, I should ask just to get turned down. Fuck it.
Ready because I'm really focusing on my brand. I don't want no one out here to create a narrative for my brand. So when I go to speak on other people's platforms, they're going to know that the brand is solidified and there's nothing you can do to change that narrative.
Talk that brand shit. Let's go, Tasha K. Talk that brand in Black Queen.
If I ever give that one interview it's got to be with Black media, and it's got to be with someone who I feel is not afraid. It's got to be with somebody that I feel that is not afraid to allow the truth to come out, but still remain objective.
Never mind. I'm scared.
Yeah, she gonna get your show blown up. Send that invitation, Mark.
Nah, you good.
No, her truth got her sued for libel, nigga.
You worried because she's talking about a white man. Let her go in. Go ahead.
Yeah, because she's talking about what she thought she wanted from Black media, but Adam22, like you said, is a white guy.
Right. I don't care. Fuck him.
Like she ended up having to go to the white man to get her truth out. Cause niggas scared.
Okay. I like Adam. I thought she was gonna flame him.
She ain't say that, but that's what I'm picking up. Y'all
like them. I like your jumper.
You're not alone, Mark. That's what I got from that.
Yeah, like let me talk to the African queen. Go ahead, African queen.
She's about to go in. I'm waiting for the moment. She's working it up.
Man, she's good, man. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, she is.
She's good.
I started watching Tasha K when she had like less than 50,000, and then I fell off of her because she was sensationalizing too much. But she's had some good fucking exposés about like Ashanti's daddy, and then the whole R. Kelly thing and all that kind of shit. I was like glued in
and shit, right? That's like
yeah. But she be like having receipts though. That's why I be fucking. I used to fuck with her, but I haven't watched her in a while because I got off that gossip shit. But go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. But she's a good orator.
She's very good at what she does. Yeah.
Very good. She's very good. I ain't gonna hold you. Let's go.
Right, and take an objective stance, not take sides, but be the platform, okay, that people want to watch, but still remain non-biased and objective, so people can draw what they want from it. And I really honestly thought, because I thought long and hard that was going to be Joe Budden. I said, I could have sat down with anybody to give that one, right? Because my interview with Adam is nothing compared to what I did for Joe Budden. I said, it's got to be Black media, and it's got to be somebody that I feel has been objective. And I've watched his approach to everything that I've had going on. And he's always been very objective, in my opinion. I felt like, he didn't mind speaking out or calling out the bullshit, and being professional about it, but at the same time calling it for what it is, because he's shared some of his own shit, like when Rory and Mal left, I saw him go through that, and that's hard, when both of your hosts leave you, and you got to figure out what to do. And this narrative is being spared about you. Or when Tahiri and all these other women were trying to say that he was a woman beater, right?
Look how she just casually just throwing that shit. Darts. Oh my God, she just casual with these darts. Let me slow this down, because I got this sped up a little bit. Let me slow it down, because this is a slow death. Oh my God. Let me rewind. Let me go back 20 seconds.
Listen, Tasha is a student of the game. She learned from the best. She learned how to stay lawyered up.
And she was
she says what the fuck she want to say.
No, she lost though in court though, man.
But you're gonna lose some though. But what you end up actually paying out, I don't know.
No. She had a chance to gracefully bow out of this fight, and I'm gonna be honest, people wouldn't even notice because she dropped so much content from what I see. People, and if she don't talk about, she made content out of the fact she was getting sued by
See, that's how you do it. She knows how to move the needle, hide the story, bury the story. Yeah.
No, I'm with you, Mark. She could have avoided sued.
That's media 101. You got to learn how to bury the story. She knows how to bury the story.
No, she did not bury the story. She actually put a magnifying
No, hold
glass
up. Media number one is rule number one. You don't become the story.
Yeah,
like
that is true.
Law school. Rule number one of law school: don't become a client.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so
she knows how to bury, but I don't think Cardi B's gonna get anything.
Yeah. Fucked up. He said Tasha K is how you even say that? Niggastic?
Niggastic. That's a word he tried to make up.
I don't even know what that means.
Like nigga fantastic, you know.
Okay.
I'll give you the $2. You give him the $2. All right, pay him the $2.
Pay him the $2. I appreciate it. Shout out to my guy Top Boy, first super chat of the night, man. Really needed that.
She's the queen of niggadoms, I guess is what he's trying to say. Like, she know how to do this whole.
Her is like that. I think she's very good at what she do, and she's entertaining. And her job is to entertain. Shout out.
She's the internet Wendy Williams, basically. But kind of better because she don't have as many. She don't have the networks breathing on her neck like Wendy did. You know, she got more freedom.
Got 100% freedom. But like I said, I think what messed up was she could have just said, "Okay, I'll take the video down." She didn't even have to issue an apology. Just take the video down. You know what I'm saying? Take those videos down talking about me saying that I had herpes or things like that. Things that could be going like something somebody told you on the show. Like, well, your friend said that Tasha Kate failed to, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, she said herself, like, she's not a journalist. She's not trained.
Yeah, that's where I stopped watching her. That's where I stopped watching her because when you start talking about people's personal health records, you just can't do that shit because you're not going to win that argument because of HIPAA violations. Even if you had proof, you couldn't put it out there.
But if it's public record and it's already out there, U.S. media, you can republish public record. It's already out there. It's already
people's medical health records are not public.
No, but sometimes stuff like that does come out.
If Cardi B released it, she would have to sign a release of information. She would have to sign a legal release of information and then put it out there, and then you can retweet or re-put what she put out there. But if anybody else put it out there, then they couldn't, unless she had a power of attorney and they put it out.
Like the people that said Usher gave them herpes.
He would have to release that, or they could release that. They could release that information.
That lady has herpes because she said she had herpes.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
If she released her own personal information,
I didn't even see her paperwork, but she said it. I can say it, but I can.
Or if the person who gave Cardi B, herpes said it,
or I can get sued. You get what I'm saying?
Right. You can, that person can say they have herpes, but they can't say who gave it to them. Yeah, because of HIPAA violation.
Well, they are doing it because they filed a case. But me personally, I can't say.
But that's illegal. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, look at what they did to Mike Vick.
But let me move forward. Gotta move forward. Gotta play some more of this because she's just getting started.
Shit. You know, like when Rory and Mal left, you know, I saw him go through that, you know, and that's hard, you know, when you both of your hosts leave you and you got to figure out what to do. And this narrative is being spared about you. Or when Tahiri and all these other women were trying to say that he was a woman beater, right? And I never picked up those stories because I didn't believe them. I just did not believe they did. You know, he did what they said he did at the time because, you know, of where it came from. You know, I'm like, you know, there's a way that, you know, women go about, you know, explaining domestic violence and all this. And I just didn't feel like it was coming from a great place. And I'm just telling you from what I've observed. And so I was like, with someone who's been falsely accused of things, and he's still been able to rise above all of the negativity, and he understands what it's like to be the underdog and how you see people that you feel is not even better than you, get bigger contracts than you, get treated better. Why are these streaming services lowballing me but highballing them? And I'm putting in the work day by day. I now understand why nobody fucks really with Joe. Joe is all bark, but no bite. All bark, but no bite. Meaning he says what people want to hear to get their attention. But when it comes to putting the money on the table to pay the bill, you gonna have to be knocking on that door looking for that money. You said you was gonna do this. And he has every right to do what he wants to do with his platform. This is not what this is about. This is about him getting it out the mud, having to rebrand himself after they labeled him a drug addict, a woman beater, all of these things. But I should have known that when he sat his ass on Drink Champs and he said out his own mouth that when Jay-Z calls, he gets scared. And I said that to him in the interview that I did. I said, you and I, you know, even though we're the same, but the way you move and the way I move is different. Jay-Z can't call me and tell me to bark. He can't call me and tell me to bite. Jay-Z don't pay none of y'all bills, but for you to be a black man to sit up and just bow down to this other black man and he ain't did a motherfucking thing for you, he didn't even remember saying that. But then when I hear, you know, oh, he's got to comb through the interview, he's got to make sure this and make sure that, I bodied each and every one of those black men to the point that all of them said after they were done, we're wino.
Woo!
Tasha, you can come back here anytime you want. I sat outside and I had a conversation with this black man. I said, you know what's sad is that we cannot, as black media, stick together for the betterment of the people. And he was like, black media will never do it. Black media will never do it. And now he's literally owning up to his own words. We're black media. We're not supposed to be friends. We're not supposed to have industry colleagues to the point where it affects the work. When it starts to affect your work and your judgment with a BBL.
Not well, look, she's about to say the BBL, but I'm talking about that shit goes into the boxing talk too. Well, that shit start affecting these niggas' judgment. Foodie, you seen it? Clips, you seen it? Girl behind the mic, you might not see it with the boxing talk, but all the boxing fans know what I'm talking about. Where, like, it's like
the psychology of it
starts to fuck with your mind and your dick, and you make bad decisions based off of outside aesthetics, and you ignore doing the right thing. But when the BBL turns around and tries to say you kicked babies out of a stomach and broke ribs, now you want the non-BBL bitch to speak up for you. This is the type of nigga that Joe Budden is, and I honestly regret sitting down with him and giving him that one interview that would shake social media so bad that it shook his fake ass in that lace shirt with his belly sitting over his dick.
Whoa!
Yes!
Yo! Girl behind the mic.
Lord have mercy. I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know what's going on.
Memory. Memory, you said she was like
belly
waiting because I know how my girl get down.
These black men
ain't shit, corner.
Hey, Mark, she ain't mad.
What's going on? She said, with that lace shirt, with that belly over his
dick.
Hey, Mark, she ain't mad though. Mark, remember, she ain't mad though.
Clips, can we do a select a rewind? Can we pond the replay, please?
Rewind.
Oh my God.
What the hell is going on?
That's what I'm saying.
Sitting down with him and giving him that one interview that would shake social media so bad that it shook his fake ass in that lace shirt with his belly sitting over his dick.
Yo!
Hey, let me stop that shit. That's some dumb shit.
Yo, my man. Clips, what the hell is going on?
I know she's not mad, right? She's not mad at all, huh? She ain't mad
at all. She started off so
She's sounding very Aggie. She's sounding kind of Aggie.
No, she's not mad.
I don't even know what's going on because I don't even know what he said and what's going on.
Up. Hey, look, this was a nice build up because he basically, I need to.
Wait a minute, Mark. Did you say she's pumped up?
Oh.
What the hell is going on?
I like what you did there. Pause. Hey, Foodie. So basically, I did a breakdown on this interview because she did another rant before, and it wasn't as visceral as this one. She basically said, yeah, she's still waiting to find out what's going on with the Joe Budden interview dropping. She said, hey, I'm gonna be in New York doing some press runs, blah blah blah. I'm gonna be in New York. I love to be on the show. We would love to have you. Quote, end quote. Those her words, not mine. But what transpired from there is, I guess it came out due to her, her team and people like, basically it came out before the interview even dropped. She got an interview with Joe Budden. Her audience is psyched for it. Shit, I'm psyched for it. Cardi B, not too happy about it. She was like, yo, what the fuck is up with this dude? Like, does he got a problem with me? Like, and like I told y'all when I did that breakdown clips, I said, if I was Joe, I would roll with Cardi on this one.
Hey, you got to. And I will say this briefly.
Let me say this real quick and give.
Wait, so they were talking about the herpes in the interview?
No. I'm gonna get Foodie. Eclipse, I got you. I'm gonna get Foodie all the way up to date.
Okay.
And everybody who's just watching.
Thank you.
No, the interview never dropped. They did an interview. Rumors start circling. Joe Budden got a Tasha K interview. She confirmed. He confirmed. They got an interview. The interview don't drop. We ain't got no clip of it or nothing. Cardi B does a video, and she's in the car with her friends, or she's wherever she at. She out, Cardi B and living her best life. You know what I'm saying? She made it out the strip club, making millions of dollars, rapping songs that other people write. Fuck it. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? But she delivers like a motherfucker though, and she's a performer. But
yeah, keep it a buck. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's karaoke at its highest level. Fuck
right.
It.
Thank you.
Can I say it? Can I say it? Fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Highest level karaoke.
I'll give you that, and I'll give you that. I'll give her that. I'm not a huge fan of her or Nicki, but Nicki does write her shit. But go ahead.
But I ain't shitting on Cardi because right after that, I'm the biggest Cardi defender. I tell y'all, it's not easy. Because the twist the road overnight celebrity for me or you, none of us can deliver it like that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody up here can deliver like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, she's being coached, but go ahead.
Yeah, but shit, she ain't doing no twister raps neither though. That's how hard it is. That's how hard it is to deliver somebody else's rhymes. I want people to think of it at the hardest level. Pause. The most difficult level.
No, but that's what a producer does, Mark. You're a producer. They tell you exactly how to deliver it on their beat, the way they want to deliver it.
But that's why I know it ain't easy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do a lot of takes. Yeah, she worked hard in that studio. Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying she wasn't up. She was up. She was up for months and months and doing that shit and learning that shit. I got you.
But you can do 1 trillion takes. They can be your best friend, and you only charging them a bit of studio time. They're never gonna get it, man, because they ain't got it. They
right. You got to get the right one to get in there to do it right. Yeah.
Yeah, man. People been trying to duplicate Cardi B strip club success.
Well, it's not hard to me. You know me, I wear bloody shoes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, see how you just did that? Let's do that another take. Foodie, you ain't gonna get $1 million. You ain't gonna get $1 million with that one.
She sounds just like Foodie said. Like she's talking.
Yeah.
No passion behind it. Like she said, just like bloody shoes.
Stop it. Y'all ain't no Queen.
I'm with Marq, ladies. I'm sorry. Listen.
Hold on. I get it. I'm with Team Tasha K. And I'm
I don't say it.
They jumping her ass right now, ain't they? They jumping her ass. One day,
we just did it.
They work at the same hospital, bro. I know who I'm dealing with up here. You know all these medical professionals be calling my show on the third shift, nigga.
Oh my God!
My voice a couple of boxes. Bloody shoes. I wear bloody shoes.
That needs to be the truck drivers, the nurses.
Mad at you.
God damn, y'all girls ain't right, man. Look at them. Both of them walking away with pieces of that bitch's extensions in their hand, high fiving.
Yeah.
You can fuck with me. I don't know you.
They done jumped that bitch. That's crazy.
Yo, they are here tonight because they want to change in their life and they want to change.
Oh my God,
in the community.
These girls about to change the community, bro. One show at a time, one roast at a time. All right, let's play some more of the bald head, dark skinned chick hating on the long hair. She ain't light skinned black neither. She is Latina. Fuck it.
It's not the long hair either. It's the wigs, just like mine.
Well, Tasha K got finger waves. Goddamn. She got that gel and them finger waves. Let's go.
That he did exactly what the BBL told him to do, because just like every other weak ass black man, they choose ass over bills. Now I want y'all to clip this.
I'm clipping it, boo. I'm right here. Let's go, Tasha K. Let's go. She came with the fire. Oh, she mad tonight. Let's get it.
Black, bald interview that I should have gave that cracker Adam22 when he had the intelligence to read my case instead of me sitting.
She called him a cracker though. Gave him some respect. But she definitely called him a cracker though. You heard of it.
Small hats.
Oh yeah, I love it though.
Small hats.
Keep it going.
Now with a black man that is supposed to have my back when I'm supposed to have his back, when Latino women are out here saying that he's breaking ribs and kicking babies out of their fucking stomachs. Then you want the black woman to come sit in court and picket for your bitch ass.
Woo!
Don't play with me.
Oh,
don't play.
Woo, don't play. Class.
These black men.
No, these black women are not here to be played with.
I don't know.
What the hell is going on? Let's play it.
With me. And you wonder why black people don't get ahead, because we can't fucking stick together. We want to try to mask it and blame crackers. But no, we're so jealous. Bitch ass. Fucking right, I'm mad.
They say she talks with so much emphasis.
That's why
she's so sensitive.
Shout out to Melissa Ford. But let me say something. I said this to her. You chose Melissa Ford for that platform because she would never stand up to your bitch ass. You are the type that hates women with a fucking voice. So when they cry and say, oh, somebody did this to me, you feel sorry for the pussy until the rabbit got the gun on your bitch ass, calling you a drug addict, calling you a woman beater. But you innocent. But you ain't take the time to read my case, nigga. You ain't never picked up the motherfucking court documents. You just believe that bitch. Because she got a BBL and a pussy. The same bitch that'll turn around and say you kicked the baby out her stomach. Don't fucking play with me. So yes, I'm going to push this cracker above you. And I will never in my life ever consider color or expect a black man such as yourself to have a black woman's back. And the next time these bitches get up to say you beat their ass, I'ma fucking believe them. The same way you believe that bitch. Now consider that aspect, nigga. Now head over to No Jumper and you watch that interview and you get to know Tasha K and everything I fucking built myself with my black African husband who's not afraid to stand up to no nigga, including you. You fake.
Now she gonna get her husband beat up.
Hold on.
All talk, no backbone in your motherfucking ass, bitch. Now that's why I called you gay.
Joe Budden and Tasha.
There you have it. You talking about some flames, some ether. Shots fired. Ball is in Joe Budden's court. Pun intended. He cannot do no jumper. So with this one, he got a slam dunk to his response. His response got to be a slam dunk, no jumper. Y'all like what I did there, right? Let's go to Memory first, because she's been quiet the whole time, and I want to get her take. Go ahead, Memory.
So as it pertains to this lady here, right? I was Tasha K. I was with her when she started. I think a year in, 2 years in. I've watched her growth, and I've seen her fall from grace too, right? But there's something that's hard for me after. It feels like the shift happened right about with the Cardi stuff, and then I started to side eye a lot of things, especially after the Cardi events. I never paid attention to it. Tasha K is very smart. I used to like watching her because she's very she's smart and she's aggressive. She's an aggressive business person, like how she just handled her platform and grew it. I admired that for her. But she's so smart to the part where I almost want to say this is always marketing. I started to side-eye, and I could be wrong. If Joe Budden never drops this interview, then I would say she was really outraged. But if he drops this interview, this is the preamble. I started to notice this pattern when she did some lady, I don't want to mention her, Aunt something, rather, she's like a comedian. That's the first time I started to notice the tactic. They had an interview. She'll come tell you, I just interviewed da-da-da-da-da. And then there'll be a falling out, a big falling out with the person she interviews all up on social media. Whoa, this person, da-da-da-da. And then still the interview gets dropped on her website. The numbers go up and everybody now wants to see, well, how did they fall out? I noticed it when she interviewed Blueface, the mom, that they did the whole thing again. And after the interview, there was this big social media fight between Tasha K and Blueface's mom. And I want to say other parts I've noticed it, and now it's the fourth time. And I say this, if he doesn't drop that interview, then she's really upset. But I feel like she does. I'm no longer surprised with social media. Social media, celebrities, popular people do all kinds of things to get the free marketing, free publicity. And if Joe Budden doesn't drop that interview, which in my heart, I know he's going to, why interview her and don't? And I hate to say it, I feel like sometimes these people are in the same bed together. I'm going to make this go viral. One would push back and say, Joe Biden go viral already, but Joe Budden, whatever you say his name, he goes viral, but his audience are not really hip to Tasha K. So this is another gimmick of let's get all Tasha K's people and then Joe Budden. This is going to be the top watched or listened to interview. He's going to drop it. Why wouldn't you? Why would you interview or not? But I could be wrong. That's why I'm going to wait. My evidence is always when the interviews dropped. I've noticed her pattern. She interviews people. They get into big fights. They pour over into social media. And then the next thing you know, it's been dropped. It's been dropped.
She put that pressure on them. She applied that pressure, and her audience do too.
Right. So everybody, even with this,
even if they edited it and redacted, like they at least dropped it though.
With this snippet, I don't listen to Joe Budden, but with this snippet, he dropped the interview.
He got to drop it, even if he heavily redacted. He got to drop it.
Yeah, if he drop it, I'm gonna go listen.
To drop it just to get those clicks because everybody's gonna pull up for that Tasha K video.
Yeah. I'm gonna go look for it. I'm gonna go look for this man's station.
To be honest, I'd watch that interview just to see if he's really wearing a lace shirt with his belly.
What you want to see, belly like clips?
No, I want to see if he's really wearing a lace shirt. He's really wearing a lace shirt.
Like you stopped the joke midstream because that shit sounded weird.
Exactly. I stopped. Yeah, I want to see if she was telling the truth or she just talking shit.
When she said lace shirt, I'm picturing like one of those fucking Beethoven ruffled shirts.
Right, like a little print shit with the ruffles.
Yeah, with the little ruffles.
It's a blouse. A blouse. Shirt too.
A blouse. Yeah. Is he wearing a blouse?
Said, Hollywood, they got Joe.
I think this is the shirt right here.
This nigga got a blouse on? A Forever 21 blouse?
Yeah, they got
Well, they got. Don't tell me you got a picture, Mark. Don't tell me.
I got, bro. I got the files, bro. It is a blouse, and it covers. And if he
covers his what?
Oh, y'all can't see the screen. Hold on, let me help you out. Oh, let's do it. There we go.
He is not wearing it.
Oh my god, that looks like something I wore in 1997.
Y'all niggas know I'm that nigga, man.
Say it ain't so, Joe. Tell me that fell out your pocket, Joe.
Lord have mercy. He got on a motherfucking blouse.
He said, "Tell me that shit." Hey, I got a shorter version of this too. Hold on.
He got on a handkerchief.
It's like that placement.
Like a hanky.
You know how your grandma used to have that little or your auntie or somebody mama might have had it. It's like how your paper.
Hey, he got on a what did Theo?
That nigga got a doily on.
He got on
like a nigga don't know a goddamn person when he see it.
It's like,
what did Vanessa make for the shit that Vanessa made for Theo?
Yep. Yeah. Who you ain't shit.
Pierre Gordon or some shit.
Oh, somebody control. Somebody
Again,
Cantrell.
Gordon Crantrell
Gordon
or whatever. This is all lopsided.
That nigga wearing La Perla, yo. I ain't even gonna front. That nigga might be wearing
He ain't wearing
like
no
a big girl
La
La Perla. It's like for the big girl though.
And look at the sleeves though. That look like I think that might be a girl shirt because look what nigga wears sleeves like that. It's got the little ruffles on the sleeves. Look at that shit.
He got on nightwear.
Yeah, he got a little nightie on.
You know how them girls be wearing them like them little covers to the beach, but they don't want to see their body. Like it's one of those type shits.
Wait, hold on, real quick.
It could be some curtains though in a goth room too, like some
Hold on.
vampire-ass niggas.
Lisa put in the chat, heal up Crazy Bone. What's going on with my Crazy Bone?
We're gonna talk about it.
Some bone.
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it.
Okay.
They already talked
That
about
nigga
it.
got on a Jordan Cantrell. Good Lord.
Jordan Cantrell, that's his name.
You go, Joe.
I did see the story though. I'll address it real quick.
I didn't hear it, but before you fill everybody in, Mark.
we about to bring it down. He's still alive.
I agree with but I agree with girl on the mic about her pushing the agenda, and sometimes they're in the same bed together, because what I heard and what she was saying, she brought in the whole feminine, like the manosphere, those talking points about, black men don't ever be with, black women, and, black women are always out there to picket for black men, and I wouldn't expect you to do that because, that whole agenda. So she's bringing them into the whole conversation. Like, okay, this sounds like an agenda now, because those are the same talking points that them chicks be having.
Yeah, I'm with you, ladies. It does sound like some WWE. It does sound like let's stir up the pot and get people interested. You know what I'm saying? Because like Mark alluded to, Joe Budden's normal fan base don't give a fuck about Tasha K. Tasha K's fan base don't really give a fuck about no Joe Budden. So maybe if we have some controversy, we can get them both to come. We can get them both to tune in.
Yeah, because she has a way bigger platform than him. And to me, Joe Budden, he's changed his platform so many times. I can't even keep up. I can't even keep up with what his agenda is anymore, because to me, him and old girl with lip service, they're kind of on the same level. Like, no one's really, you got to really dig through the crates to find their show. No one's tuning into anything that Joe Budden has to say on a weekly basis like they do with Tasha K.
I totally disagree. They definitely are tuning into Joe Budden. It's people out there that got a whole podcast. That's their whole. I mean, they got a whole channel, and they got a big channel.
That's all about reactions.
Numbers, and all they react to is Joe Budden podcast. So and I ain't gonna hold you. Even when I miss Joe Budden's podcast, and I miss it all the time because I just be so busy focusing on my content and y'all, I have not sat down and listened to a whole episode. Shit, probably like a couple years. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, ever since he brought Melissa Ford on there, I'm like, where?
No, even before that, even when he brought these two guys in,
Yeah, I don't know. They're goofy. It's a goofy ass fucking setup to me. Like, they're little kids to me. Like, they're grown ass children. The way they be, the talking points that they have, and like, it just didn't grab my attention. So,
I mean, not trying to be funny, but I've always looked at Joe kind of crazy after he said that shit about meth, got his ass slapped up, and then he went on social media crying and had to have Crooked Eye go on and try to smooth that out.
Meth or math. Method Man. Okay, Method Man.
He talked that shit about
Method
Man.
Them
Green boys came and slapped the shit out.
And I don't think he should have got touched for that, because that shit was crazy. That was bullying. That was rap.
But
he shouldn't have cried.
But if you watch Love and Hip Hop, like,
over. Hold up, but the argument with Meth was like, it was like one of these lists came out. Joe was doing Joe Budden podcast before Joe Budden podcast was even a thing. He would be on the internet and just be talking. He was one of the first YouTube rappers, like on some Soulja Boy shit. He just used to be on the internet and recording. And motherfucker said he thought he should be higher than Method Man on the list.
Oh.
He said more than that.
I don't agree.
Pretty much, that's what he said, though. Then he said,
he didn't disparage Meth.
Everything he said was about mics and being better in rap. You know what I'm saying? He never talked about his family, nothing personal, your height, your mustache, your beard, none of that shit. That nigga was like, yo, I'll watch Method Man. Yo,
Now,
man,
hold on.
please,
Also,
come
remember
on
when
now.
it came out after he got slapped up, it came
all
out
that,
that
that's all that happened, bro. I promise. I remember that.
Remember there was that behind the scenes stuff about him and Meth supposedly meet up to run the fade, and that's why.
No, all of that is after he don't got hit. I'm talking about.
Okay, I might be wrong on the timing.
He hit for saying I'm a better MC than you, and I think I should be higher on this list. It's nothing wrong.
That's his personal opinion.
Because if you are MC, just even mentioned on that list, that's one thing. Imagine that honor. But then, no, I think I should be higher on the list. And at that point, Joe was super active. Method Man wasn't, just like he ain't now. You know what I'm saying? And Joe was dropping that shit.
No, Joe ain't never dropped that shit, in my opinion.
That's your opinion. But
and that was his opinion.
Right, but he shouldn't get.
We ain't gonna argue about my opinion.
No, I agree with that. Opinion. I don't think that there should have been. I don't think it should be hit. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me give it to him, Clip.
We're not gonna continue to go back and forth about what my opinion is, right? My opinion is a fact.
Yeah, man, you shouldn't get hit because I think I'm better than you. You know what I'm saying?
That's silly.
And we on tour together. Silly. Like, come on, fam. Like, come on. You doing?
Oh, they was on tour together. See, I didn't know nothing about that. There's nothing that Joe Budden has done that's higher than what Method Man has done in his career. So I don't. But that's just a matter of opinion.
Well, I got a matter of effect. Method Man ain't never made a mixtape series, so I know Joe got a better mixtape series because Meth ain't
not true. Meth has the Meth Lab series. He has over 5 Meth Lab albums that are all mixtapes.
Okay, well, you can argue mixtapes. Can you argue commercial success? You can't argue commercial success.
That's a different argument.
Right, but those are just that's just a matter of opinion. I'm not a Slaughterhouse fan.
Foodie. It was a MC list. It was a rapper list. And
I've never heard of it. So okay,
you shouldn't get hit for. No, they make them all the time. Like,
no, I agree with that. I agree with that. No one should have. There should have been no violence in there. No, I agree with that. No matter what it was, no matter whether I've heard it or not. But though that was just a matter of opinion. I don't know where he stands. Like, where the fuck are you coming from that you're better than Method Man on any level, in my opinion.
Right, and that's what many people said.
And on some street nigga shit, I was kind of laughing when he got slapped because you didn't read the room. First of all, you said you was going to interview Raekwon, and all of a sudden 7 ice water niggas, whole bunch of grimy ass Staten Island niggas walk in the room, and you just sitting there chilling on the couch looking goofy.
This is
so got up out of there.
And this is so ancient history clips. Like, I don't even know why we even mentioned.
Well, I never had very much respect for Joe Budden, but when Jocelyn Hernandez damn near beat his ass up on the set of Love and Hip Hop on that reunion, I was like, this nigga is soft as a motherfucker. Was it Jocelyn Hernandez or was it his ex-girlfriend, the Dominican chick? Yeah, Tahiri. Like, she liked to beat his ass up. I'm like, okay, this nigga is really, or I can't remember. Or was it him? It was a season where it was not Common, but who's the nigga used to always talk about how he was what's the name from Tribe Called Quest? He was Q-Tip's cousin. What's his name?
Ali Sadiq.
No, Common. Not
Common. You keep saying Common, but I know you talking about.
I know, but yeah.
His name was Consequence.
Consequence.
Thank you. Yeah, when the season when he was on there, and I could get 5 crackheads to come over there and beat you up. He used to say that shit all the time. That was the season, and like I guess him and Joe Budden was cool, and then they wasn't, and then I don't know. It was some weird shit. Like that nigga he just seemed like he was a gossip girl. Like he would start stirring the fire. He was always starting shit, but then he would back away when shit got popping.
Exactly.
He would come back into it. He was an instigator, and then when shit got popping, he would get girls beefing with each other, and he back about it. But like that's some fucking narcissistic girl shit. So I ain't never thought him.
All right, well let's table it there. Go ahead, Foodie. Talk to me. What's going on with Devin Haney?
Okay, so with Devin Haney, like I follow him on Instagram, and like a week ago or something like that, he put out a shout out like, if anybody wants to, shout out their business or any of that shit, then just get at me, hit up my people, and then like tonight, I saw something where he was like shouting out like a weed company. Huh?
I do want to interject for one quick point while I bring that up, because I remember this clip going out of Devin Haney, And before he did the video, let me see if he still got the video up. But before he did the video, Foodie, it was just a post, and it was a picture, and it was saying, "Hey, look, if anybody got anything, whether you do film, TV,
Right.
comedian,
Right.
you're a rapper, producer, a
Yeah,
model,
that's the one I'm talking about.
at DHP." Basically, like, we open for business. We trying to sign niggas, basically, blah, 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 graphic design. We don't care what you do. Holler at us. What do you do? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All the comments were saying he got hat, Foodie. Niggas are like, yo, this nigga don't got a hat.
Yeah, I heard people talking about that shit. Like, this can't be Devin. What is he talking about? This is a low budget ass shit. Yeah.
Right. It was
I was
just
like, no, I seen that shit too. Like, I don't think he got half.
Yes,
The
it
nigga
was
was
just
there. I seen him.
Foodie, I was about to tag myself. I was about to say, look, I got the podcast. I made beats. I got video.
But I was wondering in my head, like, what the
so
fuck
many
was
comments
with
saying
this
he was
shit?
hat. Right. It was so many comments saying was that. So, which brings us to I want to do it in an order of operation. So let me share the screen so people will know what I mean when I say these things. So after all of us was saying hacked, and we hearing people we know who in the know saying, yo, what's up? Is Champ hacked? Like, what's going on? And nigga was like, nah, it's real. We open for business. So he does this video.
It said, Step in the Dream Haney. First off, Step in the Dream Haney. Any up and coming artists, businesses, whatever you got, Telegram, distros, whatever, tag them below. I'm building a strong team. So I don't care what city, what state, wherever you at, tag them below. Let's get to work. PSA, Step in the Dream Haney. First off.
Yeah, he's awkward as fuck, but yeah.
Okay, so before I do this, Memory, I gotta you be so quiet sometimes. Memory.
Mm-hmm.
Did you give me your final thoughts on the Tasha K and everything that was going on with that?
Yeah. Well, just, if the interview never airs, then it was a genuine moment where she was upset. If it does air, then it's just, to me, feels like another plot of hers for them to get numbers. But at the same token, I have my own opinion.
Slow down. If the video does drop, you don't think the pressure got him to drop it?
No.
You think if
Joe Budden? No.
If
Joe Budden doesn't.
The whole shit was planned. All this shit was deployed.
Yeah, Joe Budden this is the man that turned down, what was that? How much? The multi-million-dollar contract from Spotify. So I don't think he's going to feel pressure from anybody, because he wouldn't even cave to what, heck, and most people would have been like, I'll take that contract. So I don't think I don't feel it would have been pressure. But if it doesn't drop, then she was genuinely upset. I've never heard her like this before. But I realized during the Cardi B thing and after, especially during the apology, I then realized, to me, that she was giving narcissistic energy. So if this is really true, the interview never airs, and she was then a narcissist enraged, to me. I'm just saying my observation, because that's how she's been given ever since. Like, I don't know why I never saw that earlier. I mean, it took that whole entire gaslighting apology for me to realize, oh my gosh, this is who this girl is. But I think the interview is going to drop. I think it was just to ring up all those numbers on social media. This girl's whole entire thing that makes her high is numbers, crashing the internet. That's what she's driven by. She said it so many times, shutting down the internet.
Yeah, the last before we go into this Devin Haney thing all the way in depth, I don't know if anybody was here when I played that before. I think Clips was here. Foodie, I don't know if you saw it live or the playback. I definitely don't believe girl behind the mic heard it. When she first did that reaction to it, and I need to clip these together because that'd be good content. That'd be good content. I just need to find the time to do it tomorrow, but I need to do it.
If you put it together, she's gonna look bipolar as hell.
No, not even that. And I don't. I just don't want to say too much clips because I know everybody watching, even when they don't comment. Like, people be watching the playbacks and all that shit, and niggas steal your idea real quick. Even when it's public, they'll still steal your idea, and they don't give a fuck. I said that to say this. It's a point in this shit where you can definitely tell the energy has shifted. Now, she went back and took this video down, the one we just played tonight. Unless you find it somewhere else, like somebody grabbed it, like, and I found somebody who grabbed it before they took it down. But she took this video down. And she took that other one down. So I believe, girl behind the mic, you might be right. That video might drop, yo.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal. I think you might be right. I think Joe might be his content over everything with him. You know what I'm saying? But the point that she said in that interview that I took trouble with, and I was like, if I was Joe Budden, I would side with Cardi on this, because she said this, and I thought it was so important. She said Joe is the type of guy where he relies on his industry connections to bring you premium content. I'm the type of person where I rely on severing my industry connections to bring you premium content. That's almost verbatim, quote unquote. If I mess up a word or two here and there, but definitely sever was there. Rely,
yeah, I heard that.
I
heard that when you were playing it that one night.
I took umbrage with that, Rudy, because so you my friend, but you would sacrifice me for views. You would like throw me under the bus. You would disrespect me, like everything that we trying to build together. If it came to delivering, like she said, premium content, I'll sever this relationship to bring you guys premium content. I don't want to be your friend. You know what I'm saying? And if it's just business, we can just do business. I can do business with you, but I don't want to be your friend. You just told me why. You're willing to throw it all away to bring your words, not mine, your audience premium content. This is premium content. Look at me disrespecting and exposing and
yeah, but the only thing, Mark, is that they were not friends before the interview.
No. I get that. I ain't talking about their relationship. She said, she didn't say our relationship. She didn't talk about her relationship with Joe Budden when she said that. I said Budden's, Joe Budden, when she said that. She said, Joe relies on his industry connections to bring you guys premium content.
Mm-hmm.
I rely on severing my connections to bring you guys industry. I mean,
but connections with whom though? Because his connections are public.
It don't matter. Like you think Tasha K started here overnight just talking about R. Kelly? She was talking about other YouTubers at the beginning,
right?
And other people that severed her connections with. I will sever my connections.
That's the equivalent of Marq Nash.
Well, what I'm saying is that the difference is that Joe Budden's claim to fame is kind of his relationships with other people in the industry, versus she's kind of more. She's kind of like a self-made person.
Famous, he's a rapper and he can rap his ass off. That's his claim.
Okay. His claim to fame is what always is the poor man's MC.
He had a platinum single, "Pump It Up."
Yeah. 10,000 years ago.
But no. But I'm just being fair, Foodie. His claim to fame is he had a record. He had a hit record.
It was a goofy ass fucking record anyway.
He had a hit record.
Pump it up.
He sold more than me.
100% unoriginal. It was 100% unoriginal.
I got 100 songs I think better than "Pump It Up."
And everybody was clowning. Like, listen, 50 Cent got more popular after clowning him off of that shit than he got popular doing it. 50 Cent got more popular from clowning his ass.
Ma'am, we're not here to debate 50 Cent and Joe Budden, who's the better rapper, who had the more successful career. That's a clear answer. Hold up, Foodie, listen.
Cornball.
Listen, Foodie, please let me speak.
Popcorn.
50 is the better artist. We got to give him that. We're not here to debate that. We're talking about what happened with Joe Budden and his Tasha K interview. And
right, but you said like he's popular off of his 1,000 year ago hit song.
No, ma'am.
He's failed to produce any hits after that.
Ma'am, the key phrase was claim to fame.
He hasn't even had a good fucking
I never
cameo
said-
on anybody else's song.
Now,
He has some good verses on some songs.
no, that nigga got some balls.
On one on the radio. What song on the radio have you like? Ludacris is
Foodie, you're not Foodie. We going off the track. Nobody's here to debate Joe Budden as a musical artist or what
That's what
he
I'm
did.
saying.
in
So
rap.
his claim to fame is really his relationships
claim
with
is
other
he had-
people who are popular.
No, ma'am.
He jumps
His
on the
claim to fame
popular
is he
train.
made a hit record, and from there,
10,000 years ago.
but that's the whole point of claim to fame. That's your claim.
He's a one-hit wonder in your
Exactly.
synopsis.
Exactly. That's your claim to
So
fame.
therefore, people who like Cardi B, who are
Do you
less
know
of a
what
rapper than him, Cardi B, who are less of a rapper than him, and have had more success than him, and he's friends with them, and that's why people pay attention to him.
Man, let it go, Mark. She got her foot on his neck. Let it
I
go.
don't know what she means though. Like
She gonna step on him. She's stepping on him. Let it go.
I don't want to lose the
Because
point.
who gives a fuck about a Joe Budden?
No, Tasha K does evidently, and that's why we here.
She doesn't.
We're talking
She's
about
using
the
his.
Tasha K shit.
She doesn't care about him.
She does.
She doesn't care about him.
No,
She's way bigger. She's not even. She doesn't have no rap songs, and she's got a bigger platform than him. She's like got 1 million followers now, over 1 million
On what platform?
on her platform on YouTube.
Okay. I don't really follow.
Over 1 million.
I don't really follow the show. How many subscribers does Joe got on YouTube?
Not 1 million, I'm sure.
Said not 1 million. Unwind with Tasha K, 1.12 million. Let's go to Joe Budden. $1.127
million.
Yeah. Of course.
Well, I'm shocked as shit. Like I rest my case. I'm shocked as shit. I would never have guessed that he had anywhere near 1 million.
But what I will say is, just like Tasha K, Joe Budden has Tasha K and Joe Budden both have channels that their whole niche is we talk about what you do. You get what I'm saying? So your show is like 2.5 hours. I might drop 5 videos this week about 10 minutes long each, and we just talk about what you did and what was happening on this segment or what's going on behind.
Except for she's not famous and he is. Yeah. Okay.
No. Oh, even with Tasha K's popping, yo.
She's popping, but she's never had a one hit. She's not a one hit wonder like him.
She's not a household name like where her like even with that one hit wonder. I know a lot of people got one hit, but they don't play your shit in movies over and over again. You get what I'm saying? I think that's what kept pumping up.
I know you ain't talking about motherfucking Fast and Furious #2.
Yeah, all of them like
they came out when you was in kindergarten.
What's the shit with the
Moody ain't letting us go, man. Leave it alone, Mark.
What's the cheerleaders? Bring it on.
And listen, and I love me some Crooked Eye, and I like Joel Ortiz.
Bring it on.
And I respect Royce the 5'9", but I'm not giving a fuck about Slaughterhouse.
I'm telling you, man, pump it up. It's a big hit,
That's
man.
a fail.
Well, I mean, I'm be honest with you. I thought Slaughterhouse was dope, but I kind of was like, ooh, damn, you got Joe in there.
They disappointed.
And then
I wanted them to do better. Listen, you know what was a better project?
If you listen to the other 3 members of Slaughterhouse, it was Joe Budden's bullshit that kind of broke that up.
Yes, because he's a drama queen.
And that's what they all said.
And
even while Royce was defending Joe, when they did that live where all 4 of them was on there.
Everybody got a problem when we break up. Ain't that funny? Ironically.
Yeah.
Everybody got a problem.
But I'm saying like he's done well.
But when we get money
out a lane
together,
from his persona of being
no,
gossip queen.
But let's keep it a buck. Joe was still the star of that group because he had more of a presence. He was the star
because he's the only one that had a hit. They were underground.
Okay, but they all
people
better.
Like
they
them.
all better
he's
rap.
the only one that had a mainstream hit.
Got a hit though.
Off of Def Jam when Def Jam was pumping out everybody.
Hey, look, let's take it back to boxing. He's the only one that got that championship. Everybody else was like #1 contenders. They #1s, but they didn't get that #1. That dude had a #1.
Joe did have a character on that Def Jam fighting game.
They kept using his song in movie after movie. I'm trying to find a list with all the movies Pump It Up being in. That shit kept being in movies.
Bob never ever talked to him. Get the fuck out of here.
That ain't even his best rap. That motherfucker.
I'm not.
Pump It Up if you came to get
I'm
it
not
on.
doing it. Do your thing, mama. Do your thing. Do your thing, mama. Do your thing.
It wasn't
Stop
Too Fast and Too Furious.
Let me stop, Mark. I'm trying to steer back to a safe place before he got me on bullshit.
I'm on it. I'm on it. Let's go.
At any moment he could have said shimmy, shimmy, yo, shimmy, yo, shimmy, yo.
Nah.
Shimmy, shimmy,
Like
y'all
everything, his whole cadence and everything in there was
ain't gonna do that, Foodie.
of shit that was popular at that time. Like nothing about that song was original, so stop it.
I think it was the Just Blaze
It was
beat
that
too.
Just
Also,
Blaze
that Just Blaze beat was a
Just
cheat code.
Blaze. Yeah, he was hot at that time.
And then Jay-Z did that fucking remix, yo.
And then everybody kept calling him Joe Budden. Like you just called
It
him.
was like a diss, and he replied to Jay-Z.
Joe Buttons. They called him Joe
That nigga was
Buttons.
smart, yo. That nigga was smart even back then, and he showed how quick he can rap and how good he was. But to bring it back, ooh.
Well, he was on You Got Served.
Hold on, you gotta listen. Hold on, that's a big movie. Are you tripping?
Yeah, You Got Served was big.
And they and look, they still play it on BET to this day.
Listen.
And bring it
Okay,
on.
tell me.
Hold up,
Who
but
was
Foodie,
bigger?
hold up,
Who was
Foodie, you
bigger?
gotta
You
let
Got
me get
Served
this
or
You
that
gotta
other
let me
song
get
with
this
some
off.
white people?
Somebody gotta let me get this off. Y'all gotta let me get this off before I
feel you,
forget.
Mark. Go ahead.
Listen to this. To go back full circle to something Tasha K said, if you listen to Joe Budden's verse when after Jay-Z dissed him on his own beat, Pump It Up. He started off, give me that beat, fool. It's a full-time jack mode. Don't worry, Skano. I give it back to him, or I give it back soon, or I give it back to him. Basically, I'm gonna give Joe back his beat, but I'm about to rap. And Jay-Z bodied that shit. He killed Pump It Up. I know Jay-Z verse better than I know Joe shit.
Yeah, but he's Jay-Z. Exactly. That's what he did back then.
Foodie, you gotta let me get somewhere with this. Let me land it. Hold up. Joe Budden replies. He goes in. He's ripping that shit. It sounds like he kill and I ain't gonna lie, it ain't sound like he killing it. He's killing Hove. He's going in on Hove. But then, like Tasha K said, he backed out. Even in the verse, he's like, and I ain't talking about Jay, he's the greatest breathing. He already paved the way. I'm just laying my cement. Some shit like that. But it was like, nah, nigga, all that shit was about Jay-Z, and we know it's about Jay-Z. It was like somebody came in the booth, heard it, and was like, hey, man, you know, you can't be talking about Hov like that, bro, blah, blah, blah. You with Def Jam, blah, blah, blah. You need,
Yawn.
Hold up, nah. I'm telling you, it goes full circle to back what she said when Jay-Z called. What she say? What he said she do? She say, I get nervous. He said, I get nervous.
Yeah, but we know that. Yeah, Jay-Z's a billionaire. He was running Def Jam at the time. He had Rockefeller Def Jam. Yes, so of course he did the smart thing.
All right, go ahead, Foodie. Never mind.
He did the smart thing. What I'm saying is that I don't remember none of that.
Yawn. Go ahead. What you got for me? Go ahead.
No, nobody remembers none of that.
Give us some great content, Foodie. Go ahead. My bad.
But I'm just saying, you're talking about that back and forth, the battle. Like I don't remember none of that shit. Do you remember any of that shit? Memory?
Maybe somebody will hear it on the play.
No.
Or maybe
I'll none of that shit.
Make the clip. I'll make it more entertainment.
No, I believe you what you're saying.
I remember it.
But let's keep it moving. Let's get back.
Callie remembers that shit. Yeah.
Let's go to Devin Haney. What you got for us? Give us some good shit with Devin Haney.
No, you stopped it to talk about this, so you go ahead.
Yeah, we here now. Let's go. We got to move forward. That ain't.
I don't know where you left off with it. You said you wanted to put it in its full context, and then we came here, and now we're here.
So Devin Haney also dropped a new post with some new merch. Said go to dhp.com. I don't see the weed ad that you was talking about. Is it on?
It's on Instagram. It's 514. Yeah. It's 51 514. He's sitting in the back of a truck. He's sitting in the back of a truck talking about, I smoke only the best. I got it.
Here it is. There we go.
It's your boy Devin the Dream Haney. I smoke the best gas in the world. Let's knock out the competition. Follow my guy, Exotics Only 541. You got the highs and the lows and the highs. Tap in right now. Click the link in his bio. Exotics Only 541.
Wow. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Did that nigga say I smoked the best?
That's what I heard.
Hold up. Let me hear this shit again. Hold up. Is this just... Is he just reading a teleprompter? Let's hear it again.
It's your boy Devin the Dream Haney. We smoke the best gas.
That nigga said I smoke the best gas. Shit, I'm about to light my shit right now. Golly, Devin Haney smoked the best gas. Nigga, I can become undisputed smoking weed.
The world. Let's knock out the competition. Follow my guy, Exotics Only 541. He got the highs and the lows and the highs. Tap in right now. Click the link in his bio. Exotics Only 541.
Did the money get low, Foodie? What the hell is going on here? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm thinking like maybe he should have re-signed with Bob Arum or something. Because
Foodie, why is he out here telling people he smoked the best, none but the best gas?
Maybe he should have re-signed with fucking Top Rank. I don't know what the fuck going on, Mark. You know what I'm saying?
Hold up, now maybe he does. The best?
Maybe, I don't know. Because that nigga talking about hit me up, and then he talking about he smoked the best.
Foodie, I'm just joking with you. I know what's going on here. I know what's going on. I'm about to enlighten you. I know you're a hater. Clips,
I'm a Devin hater?
All y'all niggas a hater. All y'all niggas hating on the young black man getting money. He ain't smoking no weed. This is a metaphor. When he said I was smoking the best gas, he talking about the competition, nigga.
Okay.
There you go. I like that, man. There you go.
Hey, let me stop that shit. That's some dumb shit.
Some dumb shit. That nigga ain't smoking no weed, nigga.
There you go. Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
That man don't even know like he know how to roll a good blunt.
Listen, he don't smoke weed. He don't get caught with guns and Hollywood and none of that shit, right?
That was not his weapon. He was in the vehicle.
That was not his car.
Right. No, that
was his car. That was his car. That's why he got charged.
I know.
It was his car.
He disappeared, and then all of a sudden
he owned that Rolls Royce now. That was his Rolls Royce. But
he owned the Rolls Royce, all right.
That gun was found under the driver's seat. Charges were later dropped against Mr. Haney. Okay. He is not facing charges for that, Clips. See, that's what they like to do with our people, man. See what we do, girl, behind the mic. They bring.
Hold on, man. I wouldn't say.
I'm just trying to find out why is he on this low budget promotion shit. He on this chitlin circuit ass promotion shit right here.
Well, look, I'm gonna be.
We don't know what that is. This could be his homeboy. This could be his friend. This might not be related.
I wouldn't give a fuck who it is. He got an image. He got millions in the bank. He ain't got no business talking about some goddamn. I'm an athlete. I'm an athlete and I smoke the best weed.
Weed is legal.
Listen, they fucking him and niggas up for fucking EPO, the wrong vitamins, and all kind of shit. Why would you give them a reason to look for you?
Weed is legal in California and Vegas. He's born in Cali.
Not for fighters.
In Vegas.
Not for fighters. It's a banned substance.
He ain't gonna pop for shit. That nigga ain't got no weed lips.
Weed stays in your system for 45 days minimum. And that's
man,
what they don't do.
Look at that man. That nigga's nuts is not black. He good. He clean.
Foodie, if he pop dirty for weed, we can have that conversation.
So all of the conversation started like should athletes be
promotion is.
So whether he is or he isn't wasn't why I brought this up to you. I'm saying should athletes be pushing marijuana and substances like this? If you're a clean athlete and you're VADA tested and all that kind of shit, should you be really pushing this image out there about yourself? Like, why wouldn't you just leave this to your homeboys? Just pass this one to your homeboy so he can get paid. You don't need to be the face of this shit, in my opinion.
Let's go to girl behind the mic. Let's let the other sister speak. I ain't heard you talk in a minute. Go ahead, memory.
No, it's a good question, right? It might seem like it's a contradictory move on his part as an athlete, but what I was thinking was, what if this is one of his investments, right? Or maybe he owns the dispensary, or maybe he owns maybe he's a partner in the dispensary, because there's lots of money owning dispensaries or being partnered with a dispensary. Better off growing it. But so that's what I was just thinking about when you all were talking about it. Like, how would you jeopardize that, or how would you explain it, unless if it's a project that is so close to you? Because then he's got kids that look up to him, right? And I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with marijuana because kids are smoking marijuana. But I'm just saying, in an ideal society, there's little boys that are looking up to him and stuff like that. And I get it. He's in states where it's legal. So I'm wondering if he's affiliated beyond just the brand ambassadorship of it.
Would it matter more? Does it matter if he's like, or is that even worse? Like, hey, look, not only are you, not only you are the sponsor, you're the owner. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think it would matter
not
more.
only.
I'm not just enjoying. I'm the president.
And I don't think
Yeah,
like
I'm the
yo.
president, yeah.
I don't think he
the hair
smokes
club
weed.
for men. For the old school niggas, y'all remember? Not only I'm a client, I'm the president.
I'm the player
Not only
president. Yes,
I'm the client.
exactly.
Not only the president, I'm a client. So yeah, but go ahead. What was you saying?
No, that's it. I also am like, yo, I don't think that's a habit of his. I don't think he has any gas in his lungs, but the air that he breathes. But
I can believe that, but it's the optics is what I was talking
Yes.
about. Because the thing is like you can be like, for instance, I work in the medical field. It is legal in California, but they can also say that I don't want anybody smoking weed that works for this establishment. We can fire you simply because you smoke marijuana. We can't tell, because the thing about marijuana, you can't tell if I'm high right now if it's in my system, or if I'm coming to work high, or if I just smoked
Some jobs
yesterday.
you
It's
can't
just in
even
my
work.
system.
I know some jobs here in Atlanta you can't even smoke tobacco and work there.
Right, exactly. Well, they don't have to have you. They don't have to carry you on their insurance.
Yeah.
If you smoke,
No,
because that's a risk.
We don't want to hire people who smoke tobacco. Period.
Right, and that's their prerogative, because like when you work at will states, like California, maybe in Georgia, I don't know, then they can fire you for no reason. Right.
That's how it is in Ohio at the casinos, like the Horseshoe casinos. They got one here in Austintown, one in Columbus. And honestly, you are not allowed to be a tobacco user if you want to work at the casino or any of the businesses associated with the casino. The first thing they do is they make you fill out a questionnaire, and then before they even ask about a drug test, they swab your mouth for tobacco residue.
Yeah, but that shit's kind of faulty, because I had that shit. You have to have like a yearly exam. It's got a biometric screening in order to qualify for a certain level of insurance in my job. And I literally didn't know they were going to do that one time. And I pulled up and I had just smoked a Black and Mild, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're good." I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't tell them, but that shit's faulty. So that doesn't always work. But as far as marijuana, like I said, it stays in your system for a long time versus cocaine or meth or whatever. It stays in your system like 2 to 3 days. Amphetamines, it cycles out way faster. So you can't tell if a person just got done smoking or if they're, smoked a long time ago.
All right, Victoria Conte up here. We ain't got Victor Conte. We got his sister
Victoria
Conte up here.
Hey, can we
the drugs? Go ahead, Cliff.
Hey, Mark, can we take this to a more serious note, and can we talk about what's going on with OG Crazy Bone? Shout out to Brother Anderson.
I got it, Cliff. But let me finish this real quick, because I definitely want to get some closure. So, Memory, when it comes to this right here, are you more okay with him promoting this marijuana brand? Him being an undisputed world champion, about to fight for another title in another division. If he okay, I own the company, or I'm not just a brand ambassador. You're okay with it if it's like that?
I mean, respectfully, I'm okay with it, even if he's just getting paid to do the brand ambassadorship of the business. But that's respectfully. I don't want to disrespect people's sports, because people might be like, "No, we ain't ever did this. No boxers have ever done this." I don't know.
Mike Tyson doing it now too, but Mike Tyson is not an active champion, not actively competing. Like, this guy is the current undisputed lightweight champion of the world.
He's still ranked. Yeah.
But he's moving up the weight. He's been stripped of one title, but technically he's still the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. Defended it twice after winning it. Like, he's the guy. And he's not Floyd Mayweather selling like you know, a strip club. Like this nigga selling weed, and he literally just said, "I smoke the best gas." Y'all know. I'm like, no, you don't.
And he looked and sounded so awkward doing it. Like I don't really.
No,
believe
not
you.
to me. He looked very believable. I was like, it's just
I don't know. He's just awkward though.
Yeah. See, you got your mind made up on him being awkward. See, because you don't say that a couple times.
He is awkward. No matter if he's doing it or not, I'm like, you poor little thing. You're just so awkward.
I don't look at him as awkward at all.
No, his personality. He has an awkward personality. That's why his daddy is his mouthpiece. Because
I never met him personally. I never met him personally and got to talk to him. So I don't.
Well, I see what I see, you know, and we're talking about optics right here. He just seems very awkward to me.
On camera.
Yeah. On camera, of course. Well, I didn't say when I met him at the gas station when we were smoking weed together. I'm just saying from what we see and you know,
on camera. Like, have you seen his interviews?
Yeah, he's awkward.
Shit, me. That nigga was straight.
Most of the time, his daddy's there and talking over.
What was the interview he did when old boy was like? He was like, "I just see your size, man." This was before the Loma fight. He was like, "I just think you couldn't beat me." He said, "Man, I'll beat you the fuck up." He said, "Stop playing with me, man." He said, "You want to fight now?" Like he seems like a fighter.
Well, anybody can have their buttons pushed, but I'm just saying.
It wasn't like his buttons were pushed though. Like you got to see it, Foodie, because maybe I'm mischaracterized.
I know what you mean, Mark. I know what you mean.
It wasn't him. His buttons being pushed. It was like he was laughing. He was so comfortable.
Yeah, I got what you're saying, Mark. But I'm just saying, like as far as what we're used to.
Because Foodie, when you see the dude is like a muscle bound dude. He's a bodybuilder. I think he was like an MMA fighter or something too. I don't know. But he's doing the interview with Devin. And when you see him with the tank top on while he doing it, and he talking to this guy about to fight at 135, he was like, "And what you weigh again?" He's talking to Devin, and he was like, so it wasn't like his buttons were pushed. It was lighthearted. But he was like, "Bro."
Are you talking about like when the one he said, "Well, you've never been punched by a boxer, like a fighter, like someone who knows how to punch." Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, we did the interview that. It wasn't like his buttons were pushed. He didn't seem angry in that interview.
Yeah, but that wasn't talking. He was really just spitting facts. Like you've never been punched by someone who knows how to punch. What I'm talking about as far as
I brought that interview up as in my point of contention is when you watch that interview with him, he doesn't seem awkward as fuck. He seems like a young rich kid getting money, and I whoop ass for a living. And I'm the top dog. And I'm the top dog. Ain't nobody fuck with me. What's up? What y'all want to talk about today? And he was talking about everything. And I think he's very candid when he talks about Floyd, Tank, Shakur, Loma. I think he's one of the best young speakers out there. Like when boxing, like when you getting dudes in front of the camera that can fight and can talk. Shit, I wish Terrence Crawford talked like Devin Haney. Terrence Crawford ain't awkward, and I like Terrence Crawford. I love Terrence.
He is awkward as well. Yeah,
but talking in front of that camera, give me Devin Haney any day.
Well, what I mean is like you're talking about how well spoken he is. He's well spoken.
No, even when
but he doesn't sell a fight. Is what I'm talking about. When it comes to a person selling a fight, he don't have the gift of gab like that. Like how we're used to seeing, you know, fighters being able to get up there and really just sell a fight. Now, when he's talking about his craft, anybody can sit up there. Anything that you do day in and day out, you can talk about that shit with confidence, of course, because that's what you do. But then he's over here, if he's talking about anything outside of boxing, he looks awkward to me.
All right. I guess we got to agree to disagree.
I'll just say shout out to Devin the Dream Haney. Good luck on your next fight. I'm rooting for you. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, shout out to you, your dad, and your whole camp. And
don't
inhale. Man. Hey, man, you know what, man? I got nothing but love for the guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dev.
Well, I love Devin Haney, but yeah, that wasn't a good look to me.
Fair enough. Let's talk about it, man. What's going on with Crazy Bone Clips?
Earlier, Lisa Bells brought some news to me, and I did my research. And apparently, Brother Anderson, better known to the world as the legendary Crazy Bone of Bone Thugs and Harmony, is hospitalized in LA right now with complications from sarcoidosis and coughing up blood. And It's not looking good right now, but we're sending him all the love and we're sending him all the prayers. That ain't just because he is one of the greatest and most visible ambassadors of non-athlete ambassadors of the state of Ohio. He's also, in my opinion, just been a stalwart artist and a staple in hip hop. You can't, regardless of where you place Bone in your top 50, top whatever, you can't act like Bone didn't. If you're of a certain age, you know what I'm saying, that Bone Thug, just the name alone just hits different from you. We all got our songs. We can argue about which our favorite song was, but I just wish I just wish that brother health, and I wish him a speedy recovery. And I just want to, just send some prayers up and let him know that I want to uplift his name and let him know that we can't wait to see you get better. We love you crazy.
Yeah, that's what took Bernie Mac out, sarcoidosis. And it's I think it's more prevalent against I think it's
blacks, blacks and certain people.
It's or Mediterranean, I don't know, but it's so crazy that like I never heard about it until Bernie Mac, and he's from Chicago, right? And then Crazy Bone is from Cleveland. That's like the North Midwest. It's so weird. I never hear about it from anybody outside of that region. I don't understand like why that happens, but it's definitely. I'm not gonna say it's a death sentence because I'm not God, but usually it's not a good prognosis. So I'm praying for him. They don't really even talk about it in medicine at all.
Go ahead, Gorban, the mic.
Yeah, same sentiments. It's unfortunate. Then that's true too. The first time I heard about it was after Bernie Mac's death, and that's where I learned from it. And it didn't, just like what Food said, it didn't seem like there is a comeback. But I don't know. He might, have the latest cutting method or procedure there. I'm not sure, but I could just send prayers.
Go ahead, Clips.
Yeah, like I was getting ready to say before I got muted. Yeah, sarcoidosis is a serious condition.
I mute niggas, bro.
I know, you mute, but I was about to respond to Foodie about sarcoidosis.
Clips, we ain't got to do that.
I know sarcoidosis is a serious condition that a lot of people in the Midwest get because of the smog and the factory stuff. It definitely does affect black people. A lot of black people don't ever take it serious because sarcoidosis is a condition that goes away. Sometimes I know people who have it. I know people who died from it. Most times when black people die from sarcoidosis, your death is pronounced by the other illness. Like say Bernie Mac, it was the flu. But the sarcoidosis made the flu worse.
Complication of it,
it strips your immune system. And so it's a very serious thing that a lot of black people, believe it or not, really do have sarcoidosis. But it's one of those diseases that come and goes, and you don't really know you have sarcoidosis until you get sick from something else. And then all of a sudden, if the doctor gives a fuck about you, he'll explain to you, yeah, you've got this complication, but your sarcoidosis is what's aggravating it.
Right. I feel you.
Right. All right.
So he could have gotten COVID or something like that, and it exacerbated it. Like he might have been living with it and not even knowing and not had any symptoms of it. I got to meet him. I got to meet a friend of mine, a friend of mine was working as security at the gated community that him and his baby's mother, Alethea Perez, lived at out here in Cali, in Porter Ranch, which is, where the rich folks live. This is back in the early 2000s. He made friends with her, and we got tickets to a Bone Thugs concert. And this is before we were even this is just barely when camera phones were getting popular. And we got to be on stage with them. They did a show out there in Long Beach or something. It was dope. That was just when it was just the three of them. That's when not lazy, crazy, wish, flesh. What's the light skinned one? I can't remember. I mean, there's Lazy Bone, but who's the other one that left the group for a while?
Flesh and Bone.
Not Flesh and Bone. He was the one that was never really rapping.
Busy
Bone. Yeah, when Busy Bone was not with them, it was just Lazy, Crazy, and Wishbone. I think it's Wishbone. Yeah, they were on it. They tore it up. It was a good ass show. There were some cool dudes. They were cool. So man, I wish them the best.
Same here, man. Well, prayers up for the homie, man. We'll keep an eye on the story, man. Make sure everything is all copacetic with the homie, man. What's your favorite Bone Thugs and Harmony record? Girl behind the mic, you go first.
Record, shoot, song.
Yeah, song. Yeah.
That's all I know is like boom, boom, boom,
I'll
boom, boom, boom,
Crossroad.
I don't know the name of the song, but that's the one.
The whole East 1999 album was the shit to me. I mean, that's what I said. I said before. I said like DJ Unique when we're talking about producers, we don't really talk about DJ Unique. That shit was hard because I like the original version of Crossroads better than the other one. But the shit, I remember when they first came out, and we were afraid that they were devil worshippers because they were standing around the bonfire and shit. Hey, Ouija, are you with me? Mo. We was like, oh shit, this is. But we were intrigued at the same time. Like you never heard black people like talking about that kind of shit, conjuring up spirits or whatever, what it looked like or whatever. And then they just started busting, and that shit was hard. That's when Easy was still alive. Yeah, Bone is the shit. I was a huge fan of them back in the day. Crazy was my favorite. Still is. That nigga, he's dope.
Clips, what's your favorite Bone record?
My favorite Bone record is Mo Murder. I always had respect for Bone.
How I go? Is that I'm trying?
Mo Murder.
Basically, what they do is they start with a sample of Mr. Ouija, then they slow it down instead of doing the whole Mr. Ouija chant. Now the chorus is Mo Murder, and then it breaks down. And what it is now the Bootsy Collins. It's a sped up version of the Bootsy Collins "Munchie for Your Bass" sample.
Yeah, and didn't Crazy start that shit off?
Yes, Crazy starts it off. Exactly.
Yeah,
yes, Crazy starts it off. It was on the East 99 Eternal album. Yes.
Yep.
And if you're real Bone fans, then you know before the first Bone album, the first true Bone album was Faces of Death, and my second favorite Bone song was probably one of the hardest songs ever was "Fuck the Police 2," aka "No Surrender."
No, it means no surrender. That one.
No surrender.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was a big song on the West Coast and back home. Bone was just so huge in our area. A lot of us used to kind of get mad at him because everyone thought we all rap like that. The double time rapping is something that we do in the Midwest, but that wasn't that wasn't everybody's bread and butter. But after Bone, not just Midwest rappers, but pretty much every rapper had to have some type of tongue twisting song on it. You know what I'm saying? And Bone was very important to me because being from Northeastern Ohio, when I would travel around, everybody would always play their shit like, oh, those are your cousins. And I'm like, I'm nowhere near from Cleveland. Like I said about LeBron James, 330 cats, we kind of don't really rock with Cleveland like that, but Bone, we was always proud of Bone. Busy actually spent a lot of his childhood, Busy and Crazy spent times in their childhood in my city, Warren, Ohio, and I know people who grew up with him. And this one hits different for me because, yes, in my area, like you're saying, Foodie, a lot of people from the Midwest have sarcoidosis. And it's something, if you live around here, you know several people who are either running around with skin rashes and shit like that, even with my eczema and everything like that. Yes, I've often got tested for sarcoidosis because most black folks, you'll just be running around, you think you got eczema and bad skin. No, that's your sarcoidosis and something else is going on. And now that sarcoidosis is tearing down your immune system. It's a very scary thing.
Yeah, who put out there in the chat, look into my eyes and tell me what it is you see. Yeah, that's hard. Look into my eyes. Like out here, we was all on that West Coast shit, that gangbang shit, and then Bone kind of broke that up. Like they brought a whole different thing, like, okay, niggas is really rapping out here. And that's why, to me, like that's the reason why like rappers like not just Kendrick, but like the Game. Like people really shit on the Game. Like that nigga can rap. And I hear a little kind of like that influence. Like he was not afraid, like he do the gangbang shit because he has to, because that's, the whole Compton thing. But Like niggas was really spitting. Nobody was really doing the double time because then you would have really sounded like you were trying to be like them. But like Easy really was trying to bring the West Coast into a different direction when he brought them out. Not just that whole gangbang thing. That's what I love about him.
For sure. And on my last topic right here, I'm gonna go to a different way with this one. And we can close it out with this one, ladies and gentlemen. But I definitely appreciate everybody's time and energy for pulling up on this pop-up episode. It's not always easy.
What do you mean by that? Your
back is broken.
Right, nigga. I've been on a flight all day.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
I'm lying. It wasn't even a long flight, niggas. Hey, nigga, I didn't even drive from New Orleans to Atlanta. I flew. It was about an hour and 30 minutes, hour 20 minutes. But seriously though, I do have to let you guys go. But I would be remiss if I didn't get you guys last take on this one. It's about gun violence, which is a serious issue here in America, as we all know. One of America's, not even America, YouTube controversial character, or I guess you would call him a personality, Charleston White, has an interesting take on gun violence, and he chose to compare himself. Guess anybody clips. Who you think he compared himself to? Let's go.
I really don't pay attention to Charleston White.
No. Yeah. I know. Just take a guess though.
A fucking rat. I don't know.
All right. Memory. Who you got?
Malcolm X.
Okay, we got to stop right here. We got a winner. Charleston White kind of chose to compare himself to Malcolm X, and he said Malcolm X died because he didn't have a gun on him. This clip right here is going viral. Some people think it's a good thing, it's a bad thing. They agree, they disagree. But the point is, he said what he said when he said what he said. And some people are going to agree, some people are going to disagree. He's very polarizing. I will say that the character of Charleston White is very polarizing. Whether you like him, loathe him, let's hear it. I'm going to share the screen so y'all know what I mean when I say these things. And then we can react to it. It's a very short clip. It's about a minute.
So Malcolm got killed for doing shit like that, huh? And Malcolm talked that by any means necessary, nigga. But Malcolm didn't have a gun. If I'm gonna die, if I'm gonna get killed, I'm gonna die with a gun. I'm gonna die with some weapons. I ain't gonna die with a Bible or a Quran.
And does Charleston White want followers? Do you want a following that follows in exactly what you say and do and follow your movement?
Fuck no.
Okay.
Hell no. I don't want to be no motherfucking nigga. Hell no.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how a nigga woman get fucked. Nigga get in a nigga mama's wheel. No, I'm too rotten and dirty for that kind of motherfucking shit. No, hell no. I don't want that type of shit. Shit now. Every last one of them niggas, hell no, they come after them niggas. Nah, I don't want that. I want some niggas arguing with me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you already know what it is, man. Goddamn, Charleston White back in the building, man.
Real life.
Any takes?
I think that nigga will say anything it takes to get attention. But he was asked a question and he answered it, I guess, honestly. So, like Clip said, I don't pay no attention to him. He's a caricature.
What's the infatuation with the guy? Why is he so polarizing to people, you think?
He's like shock jock energy. To me, like he just says things that I don't know. He has a way of like I guess kind of like going the opposite way of what most people are going. Whatever is going on, he takes the pulse and then he goes the opposite way. He's contrary.
What do you think about the people who say I agree with him. Like the music that these rappers are making is about murder, it's about killing. He's right. They talk about a lot of popping pills. Hey, Future got a song talking about making sisters, real sisters, fuck each other. You know, he said this is disgusting. Like he said, but it's a hit record. What's wrong with our minds? What's wrong with our community where this is acceptable? What do you say to that, Footy? Is he right?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of perversion out there, and perversion sells now, just like just about anything else. You could probably shit in a box and sell it on the internet now. That ain't saying nothing, you know. There's an audience for everything, like I said before. That's why, you know, pornography and all kind of other shit that's not right sells, because there's an audience for everything, because people have perversions of the mind. But if you put a beat to it and, you know, market it the right way, then people will be like, yeah, I knew that there are other people who are like me out there in the world. I'm not such a weirdo. Yeah, you are. But weirdo sells now. So you're right.
Go ahead, Memo.
I mean, so it's an interesting point, and I've always thought about this. I used to, back in the day, I would think, okay, yeah, I see it, music, movies, they're influencing. But then I also asked myself that before we had such type of music, really, they were showing in the 70s like gangster movies, The Sopranos, The Godfathers, Italian mobsters. But we never saw Italians are not mobilizing and killing each other. There's no shootouts. So I just always wonder, like, really, and then the same exposure is happening for all communities. Whatever the cartoons Black kids are seeing in 2023, white kids are seeing the same cartoons. For the most part, yeah, the music then differs, but how much of our music is the influence? I'm not saying it's not. I just always question, because we were exposed to gangster movies before, and Western movies before gangster rap and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Go ahead, Clips.
Gangsterism is very essential to American culture. In fact, American democracy is not fashioned after Greek democracy. If you know, you know, American democracy is fashioned after the Pirates of the Caribbean, the law on pirate culture. That is why when we go to American courts, everything is based on maritime law. That's why when you walk through the little doors in the courtroom, you know, them little small, little waist-high doors, you're metaphorically stepping on the bow of the ship and everything. And so gangsterism has always been a part of American culture. I agree with some things that Charleston White says and does. However, I am very disagreed in how he does it. I've often said that Charleston White is kind of the reason why some of the youngers don't respect old heads, because it's just like, say me, I got my history in my past, and I could speak to youngers on a certain level, but I can't. But it hits different if I'm sitting out there still selling dope and still kicking doors right now and telling these cats this is foolishness. And so when some of Charles White's shock jock antics, some of the shit that, like, me personally, on a personal level, I didn't appreciate that shit he said about Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? I didn't appreciate the shit he said about a lot of other Black celebrities. And in recent months and the past year and a half, I will give him his credit. He has been attacking the disease, not the symptoms. I just felt like he got claim to fame as being another Black person on social media who always wanted to call out other Black celebrities. And I think that sometimes that's very problematic. It's one thing to hold your own to account. It's another thing to, like, say, if me and you are brothers, like if we are real actual brothers, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing to be like, yo, Mark, you tripping, you fucking up. It's another thing for me to show out on you in public. And sometimes I feel like that's what Charleston White does. As far as gun violence goes, that's part of American culture. I will say nowadays we're just really crazy. Where are the C. Dolores Tuckers for the Sukianas and the Sexy Reds? Where are they at? Jill Scott and NDR Reed got drugged through the mud for saying some very real things about that Essence Fest. So sometimes when we talk about gun violence and we talk about the content of street music and the music that's out there, I think it's a very disingenuous conversation. There's still conscious rap. There's still content-based rap. You know, look at Megazard's Diamond Amongst Men. But then at the same time, say, look at my album that's out and everything. You will look at it as a party album if you're just listening to it on the surface level. But I'm one of them cats who I put the medicine in the candy. To an untrained ear, all you're going to hear is the shits and fucks and the bitches and the niggas and hoes. But if you're actually listening to what I'm saying, I'm actually saying something. So it just hits different for people. And so I think it's disingenuous to cast such a wide net and paint with a broad brush.
Right, I respect that. Yeah, I agree with, like you said, Mark. You know what you mentioned about the whole sisters and all that kind of shit. There are certain things that I do agree with, but at the same time, sometimes he'll go and he'll contradict himself. It seems like there's no consistency.
Absolutely.
So when you're all over the place, that's when you lose my attention. Like you're all over the place. Like I can't pinpoint where you're going with this. It just seems like you're just, follow whatever trend is going on and just be contrary or whatever, So that's when it looks like he's got an agenda I can't follow.
I think he's complex. I know a lot of people might think he's surface level, but I think he's like most human beings. Like when presented a new situation, I might have a different opinion about this. Where they were like, "Well, this go against that." We're like, "Well, nah. Well, this story for me is different." Like almost like how to bring it all full circle as we do our closing thoughts. Sometimes you'll look at a story and you'll be like, "Hey, well, you said this woman right here don't deserve alimony, but you said Pauletta Washington deserved half of what Denzel Washington got." Like, yeah, she put in half the word, nigga. She got that nigga teeth fixed, girl behind the mic. Did you know that? Denzel Washington?
No, I didn't know that.
Man, she got that nigga. She got his teeth fixed. She was like, "Baby, we about to close this little gap up right here. Like, you a star. I'm about to clean you up." She paid for their first date. Did you know that, Foodie?
No, I didn't know that.
He was like, well, she didn't pay for the first date. It was a free party. She was like, I paid for the cab. And he was like, yeah, she paid for the cab. He said, I had the money though. She just got to it quicker. I was like, I bet she did. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But man, they got a beautiful relationship. Like relationships like that still give me hope. That I can be successful and you can be successful, and we don't lose our way. Because like Clips was saying, to bring it back full circle as well, there's a lot of womb hustling out there on all levels. Choose your level, of course. But protect yourself, protect your assets, and love yourself, and always remember God loves you, and so does Marq Nash in the neighborhood here, breaking beats. We're gonna close this one down right here. Let's do final thoughts. Clips, Food Revolution, Girl Behind the Mic is all here. We talked about a lot on this episode. Stephen A. Smith, did he officially join the Manosphere tonight? Like, it seemed like he literally called for an audience. He literally said, hey, Shade Room, I know it's a lot of women out there. He said, what's that guy that died? I don't know his name. Like, bro, you know who Kevin Samuels is. Get off the gas. You get what I'm saying? Because he ended up saying the guy's name. Now, granted, somebody off cam could have said it to him, but we didn't hear that. But it was like, what's the guy name in Atlanta who passed away? I don't know his name, Kevin. I don't know. He's like, he literally called for that audience. I thought it was a plea. I could be wrong. I could be reading too much into it. But then he starts saying Shade Room. I found out it's a lot of women that watch that show. Like, he tells you everything. He's reading Stephen A. Smith in this clip. If you play it again, he's reading the quiet parts out loud. But I'll digress. But you guys got the floor. Give me your take on Stephen A. Smith, Joe Budden versus Tasha K, and of course Crazy Bone and Devin Haney selling weed. Who wants to give me who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Mary.
Okay. So Stephen A. Smith, he's trying to teeter it looks like, into the manosphere. I heard his points or his opinion, and I mean, heck, I don't know much about the man, but I didn't know he was married. But he's throwing it out there. I didn't understand why he came out here with the Jenny Ma and Jay-Z. I mean, Jeezy.
Leave Jay-Z and Beyonce
Right, let's
alone.
leave them alone.
They got nothing to do with this.
And Jeezy, like, as an example. There's so many examples.
We got to get into that Steve Harvey shit one day. I've been
Yes.
waiting for it to all come to a head and see what we got, because, you know,
Like
I ain't
Steve
trying
Harvey talking about y'all.
You're right. After he done wrote all these books, right, and made these movies. It's like, think like a bodyguard. That should be called.
Yeah, I didn't know if that
Like
was
a
real or
bodyguard.
not.
Yo, I don't know neither, Foodie, but it's funny as a one-liner. I can't make it a whole topic and speak like it's facts, but we can do a speculation episode. Y'all want to play around with it? Definitely be members only though. But go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Memory.
No, that's it. And so about the ring, I don't think it's an example of the man. I mean, it's all, what are you getting married for? Is it money or is it love? Makes a big difference. So I don't think the ring analogy to what it signifies or symbolizes for a man, but he's a man, so I don't know, and he's 55, so I don't know. But I don't know what his reasoning is.
You
Old
agree?
school.
Do you agree though? Do you
I
believe
don't.
like, the size of the ring
No.
exemplifies how much the man loves you and care about you? The ring represents the man, not the woman.
No.
You disagree?
I disagree. I see, but then everyone's different. I was never that girl that wanted the big ring and it's gotta be so many carats and stuff like that. I was never. I was cool with going to Walmart and getting stainless steel bands.
Where do you does your mom have a stainless steel band? Like,
No, she has a rock. She's got a rock on her finger. But
I'm sorry. Let me put some respect on it.
right, she does. But that's all for optics, though. That's the other thing.
Like, we from Africa, homie. We come from with the diamonds and
The gold and diamonds. She does on the
diamonds and gold shit. Let me put some respect on Africa. Hold up, nigga. Nigga, this is Africa you talking to, homie. We started this gold and diamond shit globally.
Yeah, but most women don't wear their ring around to like work and all that kind of
That
stuff.
was a good shout out to Africa, though. Right. So we got to do it. And look what y'all started. Y'all started this killing shit. Yeah.
No, that was not the blacks.
I don't know. Let me not do that, because if you go to any of my YouTube shorts that I've been dropping, I've been bubbling with these shorts the last couple
That
of
was the Caucasoids who started that
Oh
shit.
my God, they so disrespectful on my Malcolm X post. Oh, the whites are killing y'all niggas, man.
They done came out the woodworks.
Oh my God, I got so many white liberals probably follow my show, or even Republicans, like, because the blacks are not showing up in the comment section. Y'all are letting the whites run y'all off the channel. Y'all better show up, niggas. They're killing y'all. Like, I be like, I can't reply to all these motherfuckers, but you can't block the world neither. You get what I'm saying? Like, but I like people to talk. Let me know who you are. I want to know you. I want to see you, Brad, Karen. But there's so many others. But it's black folks too. It's some Aishas out there. I'm like, damn, I ain't know you thought like that, sister. Kid. Okay. Beyonce did what to the baby? This a blood sacrifice? All this. I like, man, blows my mind. Some of y'all who follow the show and y'all leave comments too, like Girl Behind the Mic clips. Some of y'all look on. I'm sure some of y'all get the timeline, and y'all might have like 50. Some of y'all might have 100 likes, 1,000 likes on some of y'all comments, dislikes, 50, 60, 80 comments. Like, y'all will start a whole thread on y'all shit. Y'all don't even go back and check it. I be sitting there looking. I be like, man, damn, y'all ain't gonna say nothing. Y'all just gonna let the whites have it.
That's it. Passing through. I'm just
Golly, they're killing me in the comments on my Malcolm X post. All right. But thank you, Memory. Final thoughts. Did you give me your take on yeah, that's everything.
Tasha K.
Tasha K and Devin Haney selling weed. Final thoughts, man.
Tasha K. I feel so bad for the girl, and I know she did it to herself, and I'm just still trying to root for her sister, but She needs to evaluate herself. She's a low-key narcissist. Like, but listen, I don't know where she's gonna go. Like, I don't know how she's gonna pay Cardi, what she need to do, but I'm hoping it's a lesson learned. I don't know. Joe Budden is gonna drop the interview. He is gonna be the most watched interview on the internet and the most talked about it. He probably will do episodes on that interview. And who was the last person? Tasha K. Oh, David Haney. He's in a state that sells marijuana. No one has given us manuscripts yet or manuals on how to handle this, because quiet as it's kept, this is still state law. So these are not federal like laws, right? So I'm still confused. Like, if it's legal to smoke marijuana in your state and you're employed, like, that's federal. You see what I'm saying? It's like, is somebody gonna rewrite some laws? Are we soon gonna become federal once it hits every state? Because there's so much confusion going on. Like, how can you make it legal, but then the employers are drug testing for marijuana? That's where I'm confused, because I still know it's state and federal, but still it's weird. Unless you're working for a government agency.
Well, the thing about that, remember, is that they're private companies, and you can't tell a private company how to run their business. So they can still make the rules of what they will and will not allow for their employees. It's like cigarette smoking is legal, but in most hospitals you cannot smoke on hospital grounds.
Would she penalize him for doing a legal business though? Just because,
as far as the business, we don't know if it's his business or if he's actually smoking or what he's really promoting.
What his legal business is him selling ads though. Hopefully he ain't selling ads.
You can sell ads, and that's what I was commenting on here.
I'm joking. I'm using that as a metaphor because
it might be a side hustle.
You're selling out. You're selling yourself.
It might be a side hustle. It might have been offered.
It almost seems like it's okay if he has partnership and equity in the company, but
it's okay either way. They said Americans are running out of money by October. This coming October. That's what y'all's Federal Reserve said, that we are running out of money by October. So I don't know. Maybe this is a side hustle. That's what they said. I ain't got no feelings about
this. Don't they every year though? Around
we're actually
around December.
By the end of this week, if they don't get their shit together, we'll have another government shutdown.
They say that every year.
I think they say that enough where a year that people keep surplus of cash to keep the shit flowing.
Nah, they say we running out. That's what they say. That's what y'all people said. The Federal Reserve. That's what they say.
What about
the thing about marijuana money is that you cannot tax. You can't put it into federal banks. It's all cash business because you cannot put money that's not federally allowed into federal banks.
So how do the people get those cat? Because they do it though. Man, we got to do a full episode on that.
No, they do sell it.
I can answer that question. I can answer that question.
Members only, man. Because I got some growers that follow the channel, and they've sent me some stuff. Pause.
Well, that's the quandary. That's the quandary now. It's like they're saying, well, where do they put that money, and how is it getting back into the economy?
Briefly, Foodie and Marq. I know people
over. Yo, I think I just snitched, yo.
Briefly, Foodie and Marq. I know of people who in certain states where it's legal, they actually are making a killing right now because they have a business where they store the money because you can't put it in banks and you can't whatever. So they have a personal business, like it's almost like PMC, private military contracting.
You wash the money, man.
No, they're not washing the money. They've got to hold the cash and they've got to move it around from different safe locations. And slowly but surely, these people can access it.
On that though, the government benefits, the state government benefits.
The state, yes, but the Fed, if you put it in a bank, that's what happened to Tommy Chong. As soon as California legalized it, the federal government came and threw his ass in prison anyway because Tommy Chong.
We ain't talking about when it first started. We're talking about April Madison, who got a business in Oregon right now, and she sells marijuana, and she makes, $10 million a year.
But she can't put it.
Yeah, well, we're not talking about the money that they generate, but you can't put it into a federal bank.
Oregon.
If the bank is FDIC insured, she cannot.
FDIC, exactly.
She can't put her money in it.
But my point is, she's paying federal taxes too, on being a person in America who makes $10 million. She pays federal taxes. I think people are misinformed. and we got to do a full breakdown on this, and it deserves this whole.
You can pay federal taxes on a business, but I don't know how they're taxing that money.
I'm telling you, the government.
But
is
what we were just
our-
talking about is like where
and
where you
not
can't
just
put
one
it in the
person.
banks.
I think y'all missing the point. This shit is good for everybody, and we all benefit from it. It's just they got to go through different loopholes. They got to go through some loopholes, but the government gets their cut. Can we all agree to that? Uncle Sam is getting a cut.
Yeah, I don't know how though. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, he has to. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been legal. There is high taxes in the dispensary industry, and then the zones. Like out here, when they moved, I know it's all who you know. Because I was like, how these dispensaries? They said yes yesterday, and today is nothing but dispensaries. They were planning. These are connected people. But anyway, so there's zones. They're strategically put.
Oh, I know they're
buildings
taxing
in
the
zones.
land that they're growing it on.
That's the people that grow it.
Yeah,
but then the
yeah.
people that have dispensaries, it's the zoning you're in, and that building alone is super
Yeah,
high.
yeah, the real
Whatever you
estate,
do
yeah.
to pay for that building is super high. So the
Right.
city is getting
That's what I'm saying. That they're not,
taxing
but it's
from
still
there.
not the actual money. Yeah, but the real estate and where you grow it and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, the property taxes and the real estate.
I got a grower, and I got some people that own a business, man, and they support the show. They follow the show. I'm gonna do a full episode, man. I think that's something people should be interested in, or would be interested in, because it's something. If you live in the right state, you can just start this in your backyard. You get what I'm saying? You can start this and just start building your.
Yeah,
empire.
but they're
Which-
you can,
hold
but
on.
they're boundaries.
Hold
on how
on.
much you can-
I do know there's boundaries on it, and it's legal parameters. That's why I'm gonna bring the people on the show that follow the show, and I know they follow the show. 'Cause I follow their channels, and they follow me back, and you know, they leave comments, but y'all probably don't know who they are. Y'all just see a name in the chat and just keep going. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna bring them on the show, and we're gonna talk about the legal business of marijuana. I think that'll be fun. I think it'll be a fun episode. What y'all think? Learn how much can you grow? What state you live in? He can tell us about his state and what he do and how he do it. But these are legal growers, and if you follow their channel, all they do is show you their crops. You know what I'm saying? Like I show you how I water the plants, or you know, this crop, this one, and they showing you different stages of different crops throughout the whole thing. It'll be a fun episode. It'll definitely be a fun episode. Might be a dope, man. I'm fuck around, made that shit a documentary, man. I got some ideas, man. I dream big, and I dream in color. Memory, please plug your channel before I pass it around and let everybody else give me their final thoughts, because this conversation was good tonight, and I don't want to burn all my energy right here, because I actually want to go back and chop up some of these clips or some of the stuff we talked about tonight, because I think it'll be decent content for the most part. Though this episode about to go to the vault. Memories. I was about to say memories only. Members only, but it'll definitely be memories only for the rest of y'all who are not here. Memories only, nigga. That's what I need to start calling these episodes. Memories only. Go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
Well, right now y'all could just follow my podcast, Decoding Dreams Podcast. Do some replays on there. We're gonna start dropping some stuff. We, meaning me and myself and I guess. But that's it.
Yes. When you gonna start dropping it?
Probably like this week or so.
Hey, look, I'm gonna hit you up on IG. I got some ideas to help you rebrand the content, and I think it might be helpful.
Okay.
And your feedback could be dope with something I'm working on.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna help you with that.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you. Y'all have a good night.
You too, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Good
for
night.
your peace. All right, go ahead, Foodie. Talk to me. Matter of fact, Clips, you go first. Clips, you go first, cause I don't want to be left up here talking to a dude by myself. Just not tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna end off talking to a lady. Gotta change. Sometimes you gotta change the temperature of the room up. You be like, damn, man, you was up there talking to a dude at 4 a.m. I be like, nah, it was ladies and girls here. When I pulled up, it was nothing but you and the dude up there. He kept getting up and sitting down on his avatar.
He's sitting there.
Which is dope as fuck.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Hell yeah, Clips is creative, man. He's a super creator, and I definitely want to support Clips as well. Clips knows about some of my secret plans, to help other content creators. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely want to help you guys out because I got some good ideas. I don't even implore all my ideas. I'm always trying new things. I use my platform as the experiment. You know what I'm saying? But I got some dope ideas, and I'm gonna package them up, and I'm gonna distribute the content, and I'm gonna help you guys out. But go ahead, Clips, take us home. Final thoughts on everything we talked about. Oh, lost him.
Oh, he's gone.
No, he backstage. There you go. Hey, Clips, I know what you just did, and it happens to me all the time. Somewhere, and StreamYard does this. You try to cut your cam on, and if you try to cut your cam on, sometimes it'll kick you off the screen. StreamYard got to fix that.
Yeah, it's been doing that the past month.
You can't.
We don't want to see your ass, nigga.
Bro, they've been doing this shit for years. Y'all just don't see it. Like, I experience it all the time. Like, I'll try to go cam up on y'all after I've been cam off for a while, and I can't do it unless I restart my computer or restart Chrome, or you know what I'm saying. You got to do some kind of restart.
Yeah.
And if not, you can't cut your cam on. If so, it take you backstage.
Yeah, it's weird.
The Matrix, but that's why I was like, I'm gonna do some cam up episodes too. That's something fun we're gonna do, but that'll probably be on members only, and that'll be like mid-level or higher. You get what I'm saying? Like we ain't gotta have everybody ain't gotta be on cam all the time, but sometimes we need to be on cam for certain conversations. I need to see your face when you telling me this bullshit, because I don't believe you, dog. I think you're just trying to get a reaction. You don't believe this shit. But sometimes we're gonna have those cam up conversations, but we can keep those private. Go ahead, Clips. Take us home, man. Before I go to Food Revolution, I'm gonna let Foodie close us out because me and Foodie got I got some beef with her about Power too, and she is our Power. Yeah, I got some smoke with you, nigga. But she's our correspondent there, and she gonna give us everything Power that we need too. But go ahead, Clips. Give me your first final thoughts on Stephen A. Smith. Is he the new Kevin Samuels? Hey, if anybody gonna fill the shoes, that nigga can do it. He 55 and filthy rich. Multiple platforms. Did he officially sign up for the Manosphere?
He's definitely campaigning for the spot, and we'll see how that goes. I mean, we'll see how that goes. We'll see if he is truly going to fill the spot, or if he's just going to just try to stir the pot and be another spoon, trying to you know what I'm saying, try to just stir up people's emotions and do some of that emotional vampirism where he's just saying things to get a reaction from people and feeding off the energy and time that we giving them. But other than that, shout out to the brother. I agree with some of what he said. Just like with Charleston White, I sometimes disagree with how he puts that out, but I'm sure there's so many people who could say the same about me. And so with that in mind, I just wish that brother success. And I wish that whatever message that he's trying to put out, he learns to convey it with more empathy and not cutting with such a, not using such a cookie cutter approach to certain things that, we're individuals and it always hits different. Like me and Foodie, I thought we were arguing, but we were actually agreeing. It just didn't sound like that. I agree that some of these relationships, some of these womb hustle situations are just that. And sometimes it's different. Sometimes you just really got to look at it. And that's why I often get mad when we hear certain situations and I hear people just breaking down by gender lines. Sometimes it's a different situation. And we've got to let's go back to humanity, people. And you ain't got to give a fuck about me or anybody else. But if you can't empathize with another human being, that's starting to say a lot about you. And I think a lot of times we're getting to this place where we are moving away from empathy. And once you move away from empathy, you are going to lose your humanity. I will say this as far as Crazy Bone, Prayers up to him. Once again, Black people, watch your health. You got diseases like sarcoidosis that affects so many of us. Like it's really outside of certain white people from certain regions of Europe. It pretty much only fucks with not Black people all around the world, African Americans. And that's always been something that's bothered me, being in the Midwest and knowing so many people afflicted with it. Like I said, they thought I had it for a while. And please watch your health. I know I've been dealing with some health things that have now started to affect my finances, and not trying to be melodramatic. But yeah, I've literally been spending the past week making final preparations with my team and my son, because God knows what the future holds. That's why I'm always grateful for everything, whether it's a second, whether it's bullshit, whether it's stress, whatever, any day above grass is a good day, and I'll take that win. And you just never know. And we really got to get back to valuing life. That's kind of why I really talk about, the whole custody and parentage thing. It's not really to attack women. I'll say 1,000 times, we say this, we talk about men, women, the husband and the wife. Matter of fact, fuck both of y'all. Let's talk about these kids. Okay. You are bringing life into this world for very selfish and manipulative reasons, whether it be the man or the woman. Okay, life is too precious. As somebody who has given and as somebody who has taken, I understand the value of life. And as I stand where I stand now, I understand even more clearly how we don't value life. And I really wish us in general, not just Black people, us as a species, really get back to empathy. If I die tomorrow, some of y'all gonna be like, damn, that's fucked up. And some of y'all just gonna move on and keep smoking your blunt. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad at it, but let's just remember at the end of the day, that's gonna be you too one day. And I would not want anybody, even my enemies, I don't want nobody to sit here and ding dong, the witch is dead and blah, blah, blah. These are people, these are children, these are people's lives being brought into this, and quit playing with people's lives. All right, ladies, it's not funny. It is not funny. If you are mad at this man, move on and do better. It is not funny to intentionally try to destroy someone's life. Same with men. Stop playing with these girls. It's not funny. That is life. And if there is anything that should be held sacred, there's anything that should be upheld, it should be life. I love y'all.
Clips.
Love you too, Clips.
Love you too, bro. All right. I was gonna ask him a couple questions. But shout out to the homie. Yeah, he got off. Shout out to the homie Clips. That guy Clips 3:30 early. Love you, bro. Prayers up for Clips and his family too.
For sure. Yes.
All right. And then it was two. Me and that badass blonde foodie with the beauty.
Hey, it's my birthday weekend. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. How I feel to be 21 again, man.
Man, it feels great.
Oh man, 21 ain't never been so much fun.
Man, ain't never been better.
What you doing for? Hold up. So today is Monday on the East Coast. Did your birthday weekend? When was your birthday?
It was Friday, September 22nd.
Are you fucking kidding me? You missed. Okay, look. Let me put this banner on the screen, cause this is something I want to do, and I know the bigger the channel gets and the more members we get, it's gonna be harder to do, but we gonna do it, and it's just gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger, and better and better and better. But you guys are like the founding members here. I need y'all birthdays, man. Let me see if I can put it on the screen. I saved this. I didn't delete it. I've been asking because I want to put you guys' names on the calendar, and I want to keep up with your birthdays, the members. So if you are a member, let me make sure I can put my email on the screen. If you are a member to the neighborhood, I know Clips has a birthday coming up. Foodie, I just missed your birthday, but don't worry. We're gonna do something good for you too. And I just want to give back to you guys because you guys always give to me, support me in so many of my different crazy ventures, whether it's doing this wild ass show with y'all all times of night, whether it's the merch, the album, the videos, even other shows that I support. You guys go over there and support those shows as well. So I just want to make sure I'm being a blessing back to you guys. I do not see it, so let me just put it on the screen right now. But if you are members only birthday, there we go. I need everybody's birthdays. If you are a member to this neighborhood and you support this show, I need your birthday. You do not have to tell me the date. I mean, the year you was born. Like you can keep that a secret. That's your business. You know what I'm saying? I want to know the month and the date. Okay. Month and date. Month and date only. Your year is your business. Month, date. I want to recognize you all. I want to give you guys recognition on your birthday, but also I want to give to you. I want to support you in your visions. Excuse me. Your endeavors, and maybe put a couple dollars in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? If I'm able. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe we all can donate and pitch in. Put your cash up on the screen or something. You know what I'm saying? Let's support each other. Maybe I got a Amazon gift card for you. I ain't saying it's about to be $200-300. It might be, you know what I'm saying? It might be $100, might be $50, might be $75. You know what I'm saying? It might be just a free gift from Amazon. You know what I'm saying? That I'm partnering with them on a project. Might get a free ring light or something. Or I just want to. I want to bless you guys for being a blessing to me, and I think that's super dope. Cause your favorite YouTube daddy ain't giving you nothing but a wrench, nigga.
Lisa said she was born in 2000. Me too, man.
See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I just need a month.
It's good to be 23.
Yeah. I just want to be a blessing to y'all, man, because y'all always blessing me. Because I got love for y'all, man. And I mean that shit for real. We gonna argue, we gonna disagree sometimes. Sometimes we gonna step on each other's toes. I might misspeak. Yeah, man. It's never personal. It's never personal. I promise it's not personal. If it's personal, I won't fuck with you. You'll be just like the rest of the niggas. I just won't see you no more. Whoop, click of a button. I'll never see you again on this show. You know what I'm saying? And it's all love. It ain't no beef. But I got love for you. That's why you are here. That's why you on the panel. And that's why we chose each other. I did not choose you. You did not choose me. Well, actually, y'all definitely choose who y'all choose to talk to. Foodie, you got a lot to unpack right here. Because you and I got some smoke too. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Where you want to start?
What you want, nigga?
What you want, nigga? Want to talk about that Stephen A. Smith and his hairline? No, I'm just kidding.
Get him. I was trying to be nice to him. I framed him out the shot right here. I cut that off. All you got was forehead and me.
Being generous.
I'm being nice. I gave you forehead and hour. But he had such an extended clip. That nigga had a 32 round drum on that motherfucker. So I was like, shit, I could chop some forehead out and still squeeze three lines of bold font. Let me chop out some of this hairline.
He said bold font.
Hey, look, if I put Stephen A. and his hairline in there with everybody else, that shit would have said nothing but Bud.
I'm surprised he ain't had that. He ain't got the Beijing yet. Get that Beijing put up in there. But yeah,
it ain't Beijing forehead. Like it's They got a
Hey,
Beijing
does that shit run down in the summertime?
like slaves.
Oh,
Like slaves when the white man drunk.
Lord have mercy. That
Run
shit
away
is
like slaves
crazy.
when the white
It's
man
like
drunk.
shoe polish, man.
I'm
But
guilty. I'm guilty, Foodie. I feel Foodie. I am guilty. I have been part of the Beijing team. Put a case on.
listen, I ain't mad at you.
Look, cause the nigga fucked up in the corner right here. You know what I'm saying? So they had to spray a little something right there. You know what I'm saying? They had
But you can always tell, but sometimes you got to look a little closer. If they really good at it,
I couldn't even dance hard at the party, nigga. I just had to I had to work my shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't even
But
dance
listen,
hard at the party.
for all of us women who've ever been like back in the day before we did the threading of the eyebrows, I know you don't know what I'm talking about, but we used to get our shit waxed.
Height of it.
We used to get your eyebrows waxed. Now most women go and get their eyebrows threaded, but if they fucked up and took a chunk out, they would put that little Beijing in there. And I'd be like, no, take that shit off. That shit look crazy. Like, no, sorry, we already put it in. That shit, no, take that shit to fucking get some alcohol. That shit look crazy. Make your eyes look like you got a Sharpie put in there.
Looking surprised as hell. Clown.
Yeah,
face.
right, all the time.
Clown
Like,
face.
nah, just let that shit grow back in. This is crazy.
Hi, how are you? Face ass. Oh, how are you facing? I can't believe you're here. He says, bitch, get your ass the fuck out.
Turn your head like, what? Like, are you okay? Shit, you surprised? You worried? You nervous? What's going on? I can't read your expression. Shit. Nah. Yeah, but him, I don't know. I could take him or leave him.
Would you fuck with Stephen A. Smith? He 55, not married.
Never.
Multi-millionaire, got 2 kids. But
Nope.
they with their mamas.
I didn't know he was married and had 2 kids.
No, he's
Last
not
time
married.
I saw him, he had like
No.
not married. Oh, okay.
55, never been married. He got 2 kids, 2 daughters, I believe. I don't know if they were the same woman or not, but he always talks about he got daughters though. He got 2 daughters, but he's not married. Very successful, travels all the time. He ain't trying to be married. You ain't trying to be married, Foodie. This seems like your dream guy right here. He's tall. Stephen A. like 6'2", 6'3". That's your dude, right?
I don't know. It would depend what kind of person he is on the personality tip off camera, because I know he's a personality. You know what I'm saying? What we see with him on the screen is not who he probably really
Stevie.
is.
It's not Stevie,
Right?
Like you said tonight, like at the end. You look. He's talking live more, and the more you talk live, the more you tell people about who you are. He might fuck around and fuck up his main job playing around with this YouTube shit. This nigga gonna fuck up.
But
Just
people,
like-
I think they're ready for it. They're transitioning because he had to be that person in order to get the paychecks, because he had to be what the networks wanted to see. Do more of this, Steve. Do more of that. People like this. This is what gets the ratings, you know. But when you get to this YouTube shit like Shannon Sharp, you know, like you can do, you know, what you want to do. You could be more creative and show people more of
It's
your...
not live like First Take.
Yeah, you don't have the big business behind you. You know what I'm saying? The big, you know, people
But
telling
Shannon
you what
Sharp,
to do.
Shannon Sharp, that shit is on Fox Lot. That Club Shay Shay shit is on Fox Lot.
Oh, okay. I think
I
you
don't know if
mentioned
it's
that
still
before,
up there
yeah.
now, or they just bought everything twice. We just duplicated the set, but that was on their lot. So
But see, eventually when you do your own shit and you get your own numbers up, just like with rap, then the big people want to start fucking with you. So I don't know how much creative control Shannon Sharp has with them. Like maybe instead of them calling the shots, they're just bankrolling them, and he's calling the shots. So it's a different scenario.
you might be right there, Foodie. Like,
You switch positions, you know.
right, you better like, look, I can do this, I'll do that, but I'm not doing this.
Exactly, and that's the position you want to be in.
I'll come to the Fox Lot.
We're working
and,
together. Yeah.
I finished my contract doing my Club Shay Shay here on the Fox Lot, but even when I positioned that contract, I positioned that outside of Indisputed.
He has creative control.
Yeah.
Versus they had creative control.
Yeah, Skip Bayless ain't got nothing to do with this.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
It's a little side deal. It's like, you know, you got your main job and then you got your little side job. Like if
Y'all can let me go from this too, and I can hustle this on my own. This is my shit.
Exactly, because you guys have given me enough money to platform springboard off of it, whatever, springboard off of it.
And then he got shit. He on his way to 1 million subscribers too. Like, yeah, you can leverage that. Okay.
Well, that's the same with like like we were talking about with Joe Budden or whatever. He has like didn't he have a Revolve or whatever? Wasn't he with Revolve?
Well, he started Revolt.
Revolt, that's what I mean. Yeah.
That was for a show called State of the Culture.
Okay, see, that's the last time I even checked into him. So
it was a show. It was him, Remy Ma. I just remember him and Remy mainly. He had another lady up there, but they swapped her out for Ebony K. Williams, and then the show went under.
Right.
Also, COVID hit too, though. To be fair, COVID did hit.
Right.
All right. So Stephen A. is not the new Kevin Samuels. Not yet.
Yeah. Whatever. I mean, we'll just see. We'll just have to wait and see.
He's lobbying, though. He's lobbying. He was like, Shade Room, I'm here. I'll dedicate a segment once a week. I was like, oh, nigga, you lobbying for a spot. I ain't mad at you.
And that's crazy that Shade Room is so big that someone on his platform would be pandering to them.
For their audience, right?
Right.
He was like, I just found out about it this week. Now, I don't believe that. That he just found out about the Shade Room.
Me neither, because people in the industry keep their eyes on everything.
I just found out about it this week. I don't believe he just found out who Kevin Samuels is neither. Do you believe that?
Nah. Even though I never watched Kevin Samuels. I know who he was. Yeah.
What's the brother's name? Kevin, what's his name?
Well, he might not have remembered his name because, like I'm saying, like
he died. I don't know him.
He knows that. Yeah, he knew him enough for that. I don't know how many followers Kevin Samuels had, but I know he had a lot. So
Kevin Samuels went viral though.
Oh yeah,
a couple of times.
Yeah, I only saw some shorts about shorts on Instagram, shorts or whatever. I never watched the show, but I just saw like the people he was ripping were. They asked
on Joe Budden's with the lace shirt.
Oh Lord, that goddamn blouse.
Belly on his shirt. Go ahead.
That should look like something I wear by the poolside. Like a cover up. This is crazy.
It's the cover up, man. That nigga wearing the cover up. He a bad bitch. Joe said, I want to be a bad bitch.
In Santo Domingo. On the beaches of Santo Domingo. Yeah.
All right, what you think about Deion Sanders? His team got their ass kicked royally. 40.
Yeah, I heard. See, that's why you don't get too happy too soon. It's a whole season that you got to do this shit, So
will fans still come out and support them next week after getting their ass whooped like 40 something? It was like 49, 46 to 6. It was 40 something to 6.
We'll see. We'll see, because he seemed like he had the whole rap culture and the whole black culture behind him. We kind of fickle with it, so we'll see. Shit, I don't know who they playing this week.
I don't know. I just know they got to get somebody on left tackle, left guard, because every time I don't mean to call you bro. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
But they just kept pushing back. They don't have an offensive line to give that quarterback no time.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
So everybody just keep pushing, and they just push these little guys. They got guys 190 pounds trying to block a guy 270 pounds running at full speed.
It's all bad.
He's a good running back, but these guys are big, they fast. You can't even hand the ball off to him quick enough because we already back there. If you hand it to him, we got him. We hand it to you, you better try to scramble in and throw it somewhere, because if not, we got you too. They kept sacking him. All right.
God damn.
Final thoughts on King Haney. I'm sorry, Lord Haney, as they call him on Instagram.
Lord Haney.
That nigga the trap god. That nigga said, I smoked the best gas.
I hope you all right, man.
I beat the best fight. That nigga said, I smoked the best gas. I beat the best fighters, nigga. Found the best fighter and smoker in the world.
I
Nigga,
hope Lord Haney doing all right. Like, what's going on over there in Camp Haney? I don't know what y'all doing. We'll just have to wait and see.
I love it though. I ain't gonna lie, I love it. I want to smoke some Devin Haney weed.
I think it looks a little bit odd. My whole thing is like
I want to smoke some undisputed weed, Foodie.
Look,
undisputed.
Do it.
He needs his own strand.
His little packs.
Foodie, I disagree with you on this one. I don't think he's doing it big enough. I think Lord Haney whatever company he I don't even remember the nigga's name. Let me what's the name? Can I find it real quick? Whatever.
Yeah, but as you're doing it, I'm thinking like I remember, this kind of contradicts everything I said about it. Like Coach has been bragging about smoking them bud packs since he went to Omaha. They got them smoking on bud packs or whatever. Like,
they got hold on. Them niggas got that spent strand in Omaha.
Yeah.
No, we don't smoke bud. We smoke spence packs in Omaha.
Yeah, spence packs or whatever. Yeah.
They got pack in Omaha.
Yeah. He showed the pack in there. He said that shit is
fire
as fuck, man.
Shit smell fruity when you light it up. Get you high as hell. Got you thinking you could beat Terrence Crawford ass.
Got you shadow boxing yourself, punching yourself in the face and shit.
Getting yourself fucked up, catching domestic violence. Nigga on that spence pack. Nigga thinking you can beat Bud Crawford.
Right.
Nigga, you don't smoke too much. Nigga, put that shit.
Smoke too much. You doing way too
blow
much.
that shit out. All the old school niggas that used to watch Def Comedy Jam know what I'm talking about. Better blow that shit out.
Man, shouts out to Def Comedy Jam. That was the shit. But yeah. I remember when he was out there, he showed the pack and he said, "Yeah, I've been smoking on that shit." And Blood Box was like, "Man, I don't smoke no more, but can I get some of that shit?" He said, "That shit's fire." So, I mean, I guess if he could do it, anybody can.
I'll be making my trip to Omaha very soon.
And we know Bud don't smoke no bud. He's clean. He showed it by beating the fuck out of Terrell.
But I wouldn't be mad at Bud Crawford selling spence packs right now. I would be like, look at the chickens coming home to roost. I wouldn't be mad at my favorite fighter. And it's real weed.
Yeah.
And you got this nigga face on the pack.
Yeah.
Nigga like
you gotta go over to his channel. Like I can't even. Yeah, you gotta go on his Twitter page or something. He got that shit. He's in Omaha with the pack in his hand.
I seen Coach with it. I'm talking about the fighter though. To bring it back full circle, Devin Haney selling, doing ads for weed.
Oh, you ain't gonna see Bud. You ain't gonna.
I don't have a problem with Devin Haney doing that. But I would love for him to be more involved in the business and the dispensary. And let's say he is. Let's say he's not. Like you said, I don't see the connection. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It doesn't connect well with his fan base. Like even the gun charge was a blow to his fan base because the Devin Haney fan base was always priding ourselves off. He lives a clean boxing lifestyle.
I feel like we don't believe you. You need more people. Like,
do I gotta hit him with it?
Hit him with it.
Oh, I've been robbed though, Foodie. I was robbed.
You've been robbed. We don't believe you. You need more people.
That's how I feel about it.
He lied to us, he lied to us, man.
He lied.
Worship him.
We did, man. I'm sorry, man. Well, not worship him, but we was very heavy-handed with our scoop of ingratiation with his family. Look at me. I was heavy scoop with the ingratiation. I scooped food. What the fuck does that even mean?
Mark out here with the fucking Websters and shit. The ingratiation.
I'm freestyle that shit, yo. I'm freestyle that shit. I hate because I know a lot of niggas out there who watch our show hate that kind of content. So I did it though, because I'm from that school. Y'all know I went to Mascom. That was my shit. Hey, look, we took a heavy hand of ingratiation.
Heavy-handed with it.
Shit and poured it on top of the gravy of rice, which is Devin Haney. Poured all my ingratiation on you. Never heard of it.
Small head.
What the fuck does that mean?
Never heard of it.
A heavy hand of ingratiation. Why the fuck did I say that?
Look, this nigga pulled way back into the fucking Webster.
Hey, look, this is what happens when you don't do a show with a script, ladies and gentlemen. And you trying to be professional. You trying to be fun. You trying to be relaxed. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to forget where you came from, so you still talk a certain way, but you want to know people. You want people to know you can elevate.
Right, I have a vocabulary.
Yeah, and I went to school, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I went to school for this shit. You know how niggas always want to tell you they went to school for this shit. I went to school for this shit. and then you fuck up and say a heavy hand of ingratiation.
Never heard of it.
What's wrong with me? What's wrong with your show, Power, man? Go ahead. What the fuck is going on with Power?
I haven't watched the last episode.
I'm laughing so hard. That shit ain't even funny to y'all. That shit funny for people that went to college, I guess. Hood niggas like, I still don't even get the joke. What does ingratiation even mean? I was very nice to him. I gave a very big scoop of niceness and compliments. And yeah. That's what I meant, man. I gave him a very big scoop of imaginary shit, of niceness.
Gratitude. The great root word, gratitude.
There you go. There we go. Got to bring it back home. But go ahead. What's up with Force and Stars, man? They kind of ruining this franchise to me, Foodie. What you think?
Listen, it ain't never been that good. I'm just watching it because all the other shit is just on hiatus because of this writer strike. I think that's what I figured out. I was like, I think it's the writer strike that's pushing this shit out to 2024. Because I'm waiting for BMF and I'm waiting for fucking Booker Kanan. Those are my favorite ones in the franchise that are still going. But Force episode 1. I'm trying to think. It's only been 3 episodes in. I haven't seen episode 3. Have you seen 1 and 2?
Yeah. I'm on 1 and 2. I fell asleep on 3.
I haven't seen it yet. I was gonna watch it before I hopped on here, so I'm
gonna watch it though. Like, I gotta watch it, Foodie. I'm too invested. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Now
so they kind of killed.
I know what happened.
Yeah. So it seems like they've kind of killed the whole Black Dahlia line of shit.
Right, they killed that shit real quick.
Like literally,
drug recipe online. I'm like, that's it. Like niggas been know how to grow weed and how to make crack rock forever.
Right now they fucking with the
Mexicans. The recipe for like we can't make any money. Yes, you can. You're a gangster. Kill everybody. Kill your competition like y'all always do.
That's what Tommy's way. That's Tommy's way, man.
No, but like her family, old school gangsters, like it don't go with the storyline. Certain shit like that don't go with the storyline. But go ahead.
So now they're trying to pump this Bad Batch out there to the streets, and Tommy and them haven't gotten their word on that. But okay, so like
I didn't know that. You kind of just told me something right there.
No, that was episode 1 and 2. So in episode 2, Granddaddy
episode 3 shit, nigga. You don't spoil it.
No, I haven't seen episode 3 yet.
Okay, well maybe I fell asleep on episode 2 instead of episode 3.
Episode 1, the brother's still mourning over his girlfriend being killed, right? And then on episode 1, they felt they brought the nephew in, and he had like he got a wound. Remember, he got an infection from the wound.
Yeah, he got shot. He got shot in the finale.
He's supposed to be chilling, but he wanted to be, running the whole social media part of it. Like, Uncle Tommy, I can do this and that or whatever. He's like, all right, man. And then at the same time,
ready to die, right?
Right. And then at the same time, Tommy's macking on the Mexican mafia's girlfriend, and she's like, "Look, man, you don't."
No, his sister.
I mean, sister. I'm sorry, I meant the sister. Yeah. And so she's like, "You don't want to get involved with me because it's gonna be all bad." But he's still macking on her, and so
Tommy realizes, she actually is a nurse.
Right.
She works at the hospital, and she got a boyfriend. Her boyfriend work at the hospital too, and we know that because he slaps her ass as they walking down the hallway.
Right, but she hooked him up. She hooked him up because the nephew was out there suffering in the county waiting room.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So she hooked that up. So he got a thing for her, and then
drama now. Tommy did rob the plug.
Yeah, that was that episode 1 or 2. That was episode 2.
I want to say that's nah.
It was because it was after they had a shootout.
Episode 3, but some of the stuff you talking about when you started, I haven't seen, so I figured that must.
Okay, so in episode 2, you don't remember. Okay, so the Bad Batch comes in when the dad he had to sit down with those other Irish dudes, right? I don't know who this Irish dude is, but he seems like a top-ranking dude in the Irish mafia type of thing. So he said, "You
from
owe
the
me
old
something."
world. Like that's why his
Right.
daughter be in charge. They from the old world in actual Ireland. You our money guy here in America, and it's another money guy here in your city. So
Right.
you ain't our only money guy. Like if you fuck up, we give him all your territory. So he beefing with the blacks, he beefing with the Serbs, right? He's also beefing with his own people because it's another guy.
Right. So they pick up from the shootout that they had at the end of the last season where old girl got killed. Right.
Right. And Tommy
So
wants to
basically
know
that lost them a lot of
her.
money. Right.
All
So that lost the old world a lot of money. So the old world's like the only way that you can make it right and keep this connect going is if you take this old batch of, we can't sell this, right? Because it's tainted, it's been stepped on or whatever.
That's the
So-
perfect name. It's an old batch of we can't sell this.
Right.
All
right.
the real niggas know out there. It's
Exactly.
that bullshit.
They can't sell. Right. Exactly. It's been stepped on. It's some bullshit.
Let's not
It's
give
too
them
hot.
the Eastern foodie. We cannot get ourselves indicted here.
Well, they can't. Yeah. Exactly.
Let's go,
It's-
ma'am. You don't have to
it's-
tell me your connects. Go ahead.
It's been cut on. It's been cut up with fentanyl and all kind of bullshit, right? Like that's what they said. It's like real. That's that dope. It's that fucking blue magic shit, right? So he's like, how pure is it? He's like, it's just way too pure. So we can't sell it to our people because we don't want to kill our people. We want returning customers. So he's like, you can take this shit. So then dude's is like, all right, fuck it. I don't want to have anything to do with that. You know, what's his name? Papa Smurf or what that's, you know, whatever his name is. I remember him from Sons of Anarchy. I can't remember what the daddy's name is. And so he makes it seem like, okay, I'm going to give this to my kids to sell, to make them feel like they're in power of something, like to mend ties. But the brother, he's too fucked up mourning the girl that got killed, his girlfriend. He's fucking up